At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe, plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League, visit Electel after the final sign.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce, it just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay, a kick around the body, can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed, and that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Jai Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Oh, classy.
Right, I think we're going to get that today.
The biggest strength of Moe is the fact that there's 2. Their midfield is so sound, right? They are sound. And then when you throw in Scaglarini as well, who didn't play the first 4 or 5 games, and all of a sudden his name bobbed up and I went, where's the hell's he been? Yeah. And then he was renowned for getting a lot of possession, so they can swing players around. Then you add the 119 goals they've kicked down forward. They've got so many avenues to go to. And that's without Lee Paholke as well. And that's without...
He won't play.
Crocker. No, he won't play. But
and we believe Crocker might be done for the year.
Yeah, potentially. But I'm saying they've still got a lot of different other avenues they can go to if they are all fit and ready to go.
Of course, the Zambrero goal that they contender. We know one fella for Leongatha absolutely loves a Zambrero. Actually made comment
chomp.
As soon as I put the post up, the Will calling today's game, got just slid into my DMs. He did.
Yes.
Talonbrell, and just all he put was just the burrito emoji. Yes. And that's all it was, because
he's a good man.
He is a good man. He loves the Zambrero goal of the day. Hot chips, the source of happiness, but also the source of a little bit of guilt as well, because Zambrero are changing the game with their new hot chips. You can feel good about it. Air fried, perfectly seasoned with zesty chicken salt. The best part, Boxer, they've got up to 50% less saturated and 25% less calories compared to others. Plus, for every meal you buy, another meal is donated to someone in need through their Plate for Plate initiative. Head into Zambrero and try the new chips today. They're in Warragul, Traralgon, and now the brand new store open on the main street in Bairnsdale. Give me a couple of names, one from each team.
Well, you can't go past our main man as well too, because I think he's definitely on target to do that again, and we've seen him do it week in, week out.
You know what happens, though, Box?
I know.
Because
We talk him up.
Well, he talks himself up. It has to be an exceptional goal now because it just can't be one of those good ones. It needs to be next level because he wants it so badly.
Oh, I do agree with that as well. I'd like to see Nick Argento push forward as well. Nick's been renowned over the years to kick a real special goal, and I think these conditions will suit. The ball's going to be a little bit slippery here and there, and if the rain does kick in, these little players go very well as well. But Miles Baholke, you know, why wouldn't I go past a player like that too? But Harry Pepper's been on fire too. He goes under the radar. But for me, Harry Pepper, I'll go with Harry, and then we'll go with Nick Argento from Leongatha.
All right. Just a couple of players that didn't play in that first round game that these two faced off against, especially for Leongatha. Fraser Phillips, as we know, he's a ex-AFL player, good mover, nice left footer. He's a player I think that can really have an impact on this game.
They've got a hell of a lot of left footers in their side.
They do, yes.
Kim Drew.
Yeah, exactly right. Jackson Harry's back into the side as well, so he had some flexibility down back, but also up through the middle part of the ground. I just think their wingers are really good at the moment. I think if Fraser Phillips plays around that wing sort of midfield type of role, along with, as we know, Jack Hume, they're very hard to stop, and we saw that in the Leongatha's grand final of last year. Those guys just absolutely dominated. So look for those two players there.
So Scud, does Jackson Harry, does he get Miles Baholke in this matchup? Because you think Westaway will go to Darcy.
Yeah, and then you try and let Cade Maskell try and be that sort of extra one that can come across. I think you're right. That's a very good matchup. Jackson Harry has the explosive power to go with him, and in the air, but also on the ground as well. So, yeah, good matchup there, and I like the way that that's set up.
Does anyone go with Harms?
Kim Drew, 100%.
You think?
Yeah, and Kim Drew's a renowned sort of tagger. He does go to that sort of role, but I think they put someone on him straight away. But you're exactly right, they are deep. Mullane, Scagliarini in there, got to be watched. Trent Baldy's having a great season. So, look, I think there's some real concerns for the coaching staff of Leongatha, but it's going to be a great game.
And do we mention Jacob Wood, obviously?
Yeah, of course. 250 games, a great effort.
It's a great effort, and he's the sort of player that I think will lift to the occasion. He's one of those blokes that would want a 250.
And they'll lift for him. I think, you know, obviously he's been a stalwart of the club for a long time. 250 games is an enormous effort. And you've got to remember, he started at Hill End, so his game tally could be even up close to the 300 mark.
Just a little bit disappointing, though. They've gone with Frank as the nickname for Jacob Wood. I can't see Tunnel Rat on the banner. Of course, he is one of our inaugural Tunnel Rat Club members, one of the hardest players in the Gippsland League. Well done, Jacob Wood.
He's the pin-up boy for Tunnel Rats, I think. I think we've overlooked Jack Sheridan, who's emerged as probably the premier ruckman of the league. He certainly could be giving first use of the ball out of the centre to guys like Tom Marriott and Kim Drew, and not to mention Aaron Heppel as well.
Yeah, exactly right. All right, we're going to get to this in a moment. But just before we get off milestones, I just want to say a quick congratulations to Tyler Hillier, who plays 150th senior game today for the Tigers as well.
He's somewhat of a rat too, isn't he?
He's a real
little
rat.
tip rat.
No, but he's not a tip rat, he's just a rat.
Yeah, he is a rat. He doesn't take after his mum and dad, that's for sure, or his uncle. All right, time for Boxer's Joke. Here we go.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, a very good afternoon and welcome to the Terry Hunter Oval here in Traralgon. And that is right, because these two sides playing on neutral ground this afternoon. It is Moe hosting Leongatha here in Traralgon for round 10 of the Alinta Energy Gippsland League. Great to have your company on Saturday afternoon. These two sides, Moe are the ladder leaders, absolutely flying this season. Rob Popplestone in the pre-game said they will not lose a game for the entire season. They take on the reigning premiers today, Leongatha. They are building, not quite at full strength, and today's game certainly, I believe, will be Moe's toughest to date. It's going to be an absolute belter. I've selected Leongatha to win by a point, and my name is Daryl Cooling. Joining me is my co-caller this afternoon, Rob Popplestone. Good afternoon to you, Pop.
G'day, Scud. G'day, Gippsland. Look, if this weather holds out, I'm hoping to see the very best from both sides. As you said, probably Moe's biggest challenge since round one, when they actually played the same side and managed to get up by just 12 points, albeit on Leongatha's home ground. Neutral territory today here at Terry Hunter Oval. But I think we're going to be blessed with some really good football in the next 2.5 hours.
We certainly are. Special comments this afternoon is all thanks to Metricon Homes, giving you $60,000 of upgrades to your new designer series homes. His name is Nick, otherwise known as Boxer Lacino. Boxer, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Scud, Poppy and Paul and listeners. It's great to be here. This is going to be an absolute ripper of a game. I'm just looking forward to it, and two great sides going head-to-head, mate, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the result's going to be at the end of the day.
All right, great to have your company. Of course, our number one stats man in the business, all thanks to Gippsland MGs. Paul Carter. Paul, how are you?
Good afternoon, Daryl and gents and listeners. Yeah, certainly looking forward to this. Let's just hope the weather holds off and doesn't but never met on this ground. It's the first meeting of these two teams on this ground at all, and it could be a preview of a major final of some sort later in the year.
Well, as we know here at Terry Hunter Oval, the circle is on the closest side. It's very close to the wing, so an extra midfielder. That is Harding and Scagliarini as well. The two ruckmen in the middle of the ground is Sheridan and Prowse to get this first quarter for Gippsland Finance. Get your Gippsland Finance underway. And we're going to do it again as Harms got wrapped up in a Marriott tackle.
Timmy Sovereign's gone to Miles Baholke, so that's a different matchup than what we thought earlier.
All right, keep throwing those at us, Boxer. Tap down from Sheridan. There is Harding on that left foot. Kicks to centre half forward. Going back, there was Shields. Dropped the mark. Picking it up was Woodall. Got it out to Maslin. He goes back by hand to Brock Smith. He clears it to the outer side on the wing area. It's a foot race out there. Harms is out there with Grabham Andrews. And the boundary line wins out, and we've got a boundary throw in on the outer side. Other matchup.
Yeah, Jackson Harry's gone to Harry Pepper, so we know how dangerous Harry's can be, and I think it's a good matchup. The pace between both of them will be a highlight this afternoon.
Sheridan.
Looks as though Drew has matched up with Harms, as you suggested he might, Scud.
All right, quick little soccer off the ground from that player, Harms. Got it to half forward. Inside forward 50 it is, but trickles over for a boundary throw-in.
One thing we keep probably neglected to sort of mention too, Declan Kelty's been playing a lot forward this year as well, and he's started down forward too. The matchup is though with Cade Maskell at the moment.
Trying to stretch him then, that's the case.
So here we go, ruck work to be done between Sheridan, Prowse, and in fact for Moe, could have been Darcy contesting the ruck, a lot smaller in height, but a bit more bulk. Didn't really work out. Leongatha gained 20 yards. They're on the arc of 50, Moe into attack.
He's going to do it again, pop two.
Yeah, so Darcy contests, but beaten to the ball again by Sheridan. And now at ground level through Baldy, Trent tried to work it forward, fed it off, but couldn't find any clear air. So the umpire will chip in and, basically on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary, Leongatha kicking to the left of Radio, which is the scoreboard end here at Traralgon. Ball thrown up again. Again, just sort of dancing around that 50 arc, but there's no penetration with any purpose at the moment for Moe.
I think we might see this quite a bit today. Contested stoppage after stoppage.
Especially early, I agree with you, as Wood tries to burst through. Nicely done, Baldy feeds it off. They hammer it.
Oh.
Good tackle behind the scenes. Play on. Probably a good call. Over the top goes Darcy, too high. Free kick. Relieves the pressure for the visiting Parrots.
Yeah, and they're going to go short, and Hume will get it on the wing. He's got a runner, and that runner is Phillips. Onto the left foot, drives it to half forward, downfield. Is it? Whistle? No. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's just against Baholke. He's just a little bit late on the tackle. He's probably unlucky to get that free kick downfield.
Jensen Garnham has it, too far out to score, kicks to the pocket, and the presenting target there was Ireland. He gathered it quickly, wrapped up in the tackle, play onto the umpire, bobbles around, Zambrero with a banana shot on goal. It's across the face, couldn't quite get it to work back from left to right. Minor score.
First score has come at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard, and it's a 1 behind to Leongatha.
All right, so Scotty Van Dyke will choose to come to our commentary side of the ground, the grandstand side, looking for Kelty. Can't find that player. He got hands to it, couldn't grab it. Second attempt was good. Harms just shrugged off his tackler, fed it off nicely to Woodall. His right foot kick to the centre wing. 1-2 taps. Some really good contests here, one of which is by Harding. They give ground, they keep possession, they do it through Harry, who goes inboard, and that man, Tommy Marriott, gets his first touch on the lead. Can't find his teammate, and now who's going to be first there? The big man, Prowse, bends down like a rover, feeds it off. Harms comes through, finds a teammate, out of sight, it's Wood, playing his 250 to Dykstra. Dykstra draws the man, played on. Geez, he got a shoelace to that ball. Play on was the call. There's some heavy hits out there.
This is unreal.
Great tackling. Pepper came on and added a real lot of body to open the door for Wood, who gave it to Harms, who goes straight down the guts. They've got some winners here. Ground level, Leongatha keep their feet and clear the area.
Yeah, grab him, Andrews. Gets the footy, goes out to Ty Hall. It's tough early. It's exactly what we want to see. Hall will give the handball to Maskell, and Maskell chisels down the outer side and can find Paddy Island a long way from home. He'll chip it over the top. Does it get there? It does. Nicely done out there is Tommy Marriott. Takes a strong contested mark in front of Wood. Score is 1 point at the moment. Leongatha favour. Wood. Kick was smothered by Wood. Sorry, it was Marriott's kick was smothered by Wood. And now Wood drives it a half forward. A little fist from Sean Westaway in front of Darcy. Found the boundary line. Boundary throwing out of sight.
I just love the way Leongatha are prepared to switch their players in defence as well. So if they've got that match up early, it doesn't matter who they go to. They just cover the holes if players push up forward.
Yeah, there's a dozen contests out there individual contests at the moment. And the side that maybe gets the ascendancy in those individual contests may be the side that eventually gets a bit of a break. But at this stage, there's no sign of any break for either side.
No, it's tough out there too. Baldy had a fresh airy. And there's going to be a free kick going to Baldy. Little kick off the ground from Murphy was in danger. So Riley Baldy on the outer side. Sorry, Trent Baldy it is. Kicks to the top of the 50. Good body work. Dropped the mark was Kelty. Gave a quick handball. Off to Harms. Right foot banana. Is it skid through?
Yeah, it does.
Yes, sirree. He knows how to work that footy. A little skidder. Gets the first for James Harms.
And this is where he's probably going to hurt Kim Drew a little bit. Kim Drew, we know how good he is in and under the ball as well, and likes to push forward. But it's that two-way running that Harms is really deadly at the minute too. And he's run the lines up and back, found himself in a great position there too, and finished off beautifully. I reckon he's our first contender for the Zambrero goal of the day.
And then on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard, the only great goal of the day.
You idiot.
Come at the 6-minute mark of the first quarter. 1 goal straight to 6, Moe, leading Leongatha, 1 behind, 1 forward.
You know what annoys me about Drew there? It's only now that he's lined up next to him.
Right now.
He should have lined up next to him as he's running back to the centre circle and set the standard for the day. So just little 1%ers that make a big difference. Scaglieri gets the ball out of the main stage and kicks forward. Multane a kick off the ground. Pepper tried to get possession, couldn't. He might get another chance here from Darcy. At ground level, all fours fighting hard, no. Free kick goes Leongatha's way. It goes the way of Westaway.
So in defensive 50, square it up to Maskell, he does. He's got Harding and he's also got on the near side. Decides to ignore the two. Goes back and well done.
Nice.
Sheridan takes the mark at the top of the 50. That's defensive 50 for the Parrots. Outer side of Terry Hunter, over he goes. Heppel's the target on the outer side. Brock Smith goes to ground, does Shields. Heppel on the right foot, delivers too. Nicely done to Garnham. He'll roll and go right foot. Here's Island. 1 grab, 2 grabs, got it.
You know what's been good about that setup too, Scud, as well, that Garnham's been playing a little bit higher, and Island finally is playing a little bit true forward too. So it allows them to do that turner, and I love how they slow played it from their back line and just used the ball beautifully. Heppel was good against 2 against 1, but the lead up was great. Jensen has been really good playing that high roll.
Maskell was really good across half-back as well.
He was. He read the play beautifully down there.
Change that direction. So Paddy Island comes in. looking for Leongatha's first goal. 45 metres on its way. It's a beautiful kick off the boot, and it's just faded at the end to the right. It's a minor score on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard.
4-point lead to Moe. 1 goal straight, 6 to Leongatha, 2 behinds, 2 points, coming up to the 8-minute mark of the first quarter.
Okay, given that Harms has been tagged, he's been allocated with the responsibility of bringing the ball back into play. Goes to Smith, comes back, Makepeace. So they change direction. Do they keep possession? They don't. And jumping in just where you'd expect him to was that man, Talon Brill.
We see him playing on here. He's going to have a real set shot. He's got a nice long kick, hasn't he, Scud? So will he try and get a little bit of extra distance?
No breeze, or very slight. And from probably, would it be 45 metres? I can't see the 50-metre arc there on this angle.
Man on the mark looks about 45, Pop. I reckon he'll kick it right on 50.
Okay, so on a 45-degree angle from 50, runs reasonably straight, kicks. Well, he hooks it to the left a little bit. Maybe there is a breeze as Leongatha, ground level, keep possession. A quick kick. He's touched off the boot. That kick came from Xavier Lammers.
Bringing Leongatha to 3 behinds, 3 points. That they are 3 points behind. Moe 1 goal straight, 6 on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard.
Yeah, Marco Tripodi providing finance that drives you forward. That is Get You Finance Gippsland. As Van Dyke comes to the near side. Target is Harms. Doesn't quite get there. Over the back will be Miles Baholke. Sits up for him. He gets tackled. Shrugs the shoulder though. Nicely done. Gave a handball to Prowse. Prowse goes. Open forward line. Leongatha read this better off the boot. And nicely done. Sovereign it is. Goes short to Littlejohn. He has to turn and go on the right foot. Looking for and defend Donahue. He can't quite take the mark. Harms has a one-hander. Quickly tackled by Argento. Holding the footy is quick. The umpire, that was quick to pay that holding the footy. So Nick Argento, Leongatha trail by 3 points in the first quarter. It's called a play on the right foot. Heppel will be the target, can't complete the mark. Makepeace tapped it back to Mullane. His handball over the top to Eden. And Taj Eden on the left foot looking for Harms. Good body work. He's got the mark. Harms will wheel and go. Paholke presents. He goes in that direction. No, he goes over his head to Darcy. Beautifully done. Wow. Well read, well kicked. What a beautiful kick of the footy.
We've seen 2 absolutely great plays by 2 brilliant Moe footballers. Miles Baholke's handball in, board, under pressure to find Prowse early on to get the ball inside 50. And then Harms been able to push and shove off the ball and get the ball inside to Darcy was absolutely brilliant.
You'd love to be a forward coming out with James Harms.
Absolutely, Scud.
Kicking towards you. So Riley Darcy taking all of his 30 seconds allocated. Kicking towards the city end of the ground here in Traralgon this afternoon. Great to have your company on TRFM across Gippsland and the Valley. Darcy on his way from 45 metres, right foot. He sprayed that one. Not even going to score, I don't think, as Kelty goes up. Does he take 2 bites over the line? I think you'll find he does. We'll have a boundary throw in. And, geez, he didn't kick that one too well. Boxer?
No, he didn't. And I just found that his setup was a bit different. When they lower the ball right down to their ankles and then try and get that balance, it's just...
Oh, they're going to pay this. Hang on. Sorry, Box. They're going to pay the mark. The second grab must have been in the field of play.
Well, the boundary umpire thought it was out. Yeah. I reckon he must have been overruled by the field umpire.
Or the goal umpire as well.
Yeah, maybe the goal umpire as well. You're right, Paul. So Kelty now will get an opportunity and he'll swing around in that left boot. He'll need something pretty special.
Look out!
And guess what? He's got something pretty special too. A left foot snap around the body. He's a beauty.
I'm going to give the Zambrero to Liz, who's next door. Liz, that's the mum of Declan. What a goal, Pop.
Absolute cracking goal. Wow.
Liz Kelty is having a Zambrero for dinner, that's for sure, because Declan's nailed a ripper.
Beautiful goal.
And that takes Moe to a 9-point lead. We're at the 11-minute mark of the first quarter. Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard has the Lions at 2 straight 12, leading Leongatha 3 behinds, 3 points.
Anything to say, Box?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that goal. I don't know whether we're just too far away
we're too far to call it.
So
you're talking about the goal of the day.
It's a great goal. It was a fantastic goal.
All right, they're going to go again. Balfour had a fresh airy from the middle. Marriott's there for company. Balfour fights for it and flicked it out as a throw in the end. And Marriott will win the sale for the free kick.
Sorry, I was in a little bit of shock, and I don't want to... It's a bit of a side note, but I just saw Mal Mackey eat a hot dog.
Okay.
Very differently and uniquely. I'll just talk about that later on.
All right, went short to Murfitt. Murfitt comes out wide.
Could have been a world record.
He's got Sam Bradley.
There he is.
The backup ruckman, I'll let him know that you're not happy with his hot dog eating skills.
No, I was happy with it.
Bradley goes in the direction of Heppel. Can't complete the mark. Ground level Moe. Eden gives a handle off the band. Crunching tackle.
Jesus.
Wow.
What's going on here today, Popstar?
Wow.
Sam Bradley with a bone cruncher.
Jeez.
And then delivers to Phillips, who takes the mark for the Parrots inside 50.
Tell you what, every play on this ground got over to the wrong side of bed today because they are going through it.
Phillips' left foot kick got good penetration on it, maybe a little bit too much for Heppel as it skids over for a boundary throw in 20 metres around from their goal. It's a 9-point margin. Moe lead at 2 straight 12. Leongatha 3 behind. First quarter action, all thanks to Get You Finance Gippsland. As ball comes back into the field of play, Leongatha, danger spot. Murfitt gives it across now to Heppel. Heppel on the right boot, doesn't quite get it coming back right to left. It's still going to stay on the field of play. Good body work out there was from Ireland. He caused the contest. We've got a boundary throw in on the other side of the ground now, of the goals, I should say. 5 metres around from their goal.
So Leongatha sort of peppering away inside the 50. Haven't sort of made them pay yet. 3 scoring shots to 2. They trail by 9 points. Played 13 and 3/4 minutes of this first quarter. Leongatha, though, into attack once more. Just 20 metres from their goals. Ball thrown back in. Prowse front position. Gains 2-3 metres. I reckon Ty Hall was one of the first players there, but Moe have got the numbers around it, one of which is Baldy. Goes long. Taj Eden, in fact, it was that cleared the area towards the half-back line before finding the boundary line. So it'll be a boundary throw-in when the boundary umpire catches up with the play.
Big moment, all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. You can dine under the dome 7 days a week there. It's $25 for a pot and Palmer every Saturday night.
Every time we say I dine under the dome, Poppy thinks he's going back to the dome.
Yeah, the Astrodome days. I was at my peak then.
Oh, here we go.
A few stories to tell about those days.
Makepeace with a big spoil. We've got another boundary throw on the outer side.
Cheerio to all the people I met during those years.
What was their names?
No, please don't go there.
No, I won't, just in case Jen's listening.
Beautiful spot it was too.
It was. 50 metres from Leongatha's
Still
goal.
waiting for the football. While we're waiting for that, Mel Mackey bought a hot dog.
Yes.
He bought it and he walked past here. It was about a metre away from me. He bit it in the middle of the hot dog, so you eat the middle of it first.
Yes.
Not conventional.
And worked his way out.
No, then
inside
he
out.
walked to the end of the commentary box and he ate the other half in his mouth and then walked back and ate the other half and it was gone.
All right. We haven't
not
missed,
bad.
You haven't missed any of the footy action, by the way, if you're just tuning in.
The old mate's eating it properly.
Another boundary throw, and that is Judson Judson Ryan. We've got another boundary throw on the outer side. Nothing really happening, although umpire Essler is just going to decide on a free kick here. He wants to have a chat to the boundary umpire to see if this was... Well, it wasn't out of bounds on the full because it wasn't kicked, but
Wait a minute,
for some reason it's going to go free kick to Moe's way.
Well,
I don't know what happened on the outer side. Boxer, our special comments man, thanks to Metricon, was talking about hot dog eating.
yeah, but is that the second time boundary umpire has been overruled?
Yep, so Scagliarini's kick, as Mullane goes to Prowse, right in the middle of Terry Hunter Oval. And it's the variety of Nick. He doesn't know which way to go. His right foot kick goes to Declan Kelty. Nice strong mark, unopposed. He'll give a handle off to the runner. And that little kick there from Mullane goes in the direction, nicely done, of Dykstra.
They just seem strong. They just have a little bit of power, don't they, the Moe side? They've been able to fend off. The tackling's been immense by both sides, but I just feel that that strength over the ball from Moe is their biggest asset right now.
So directly in front, Alex Dykstra will kick from about 47 metres. They lead at the moment by 9. On its way, it's a good kick, but it's away to the left. And didn't get it to come back enough. Minor score.
Moe go to 2-1-13, a 10-point lead over Leongatha, who are on 3 behind 3 points. On the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard, we are coming up to the 17-minute mark of the first quarter.
Maskell brings ball back in, risky play, 3v1, the 3 win out. Guess what? They're the 3 of Moe. A good chance, and it's going to come for Dykstra again. He made them miss once. He doesn't miss twice. He's got another one for the Lions.
Second goal on a turnover as well, and again, it was that power play by the Moe side. The kick was very, very risky from Cade Maskell. He was playing the corridor, trying to be dangerous, get the ball moving, but it was 2 against 1. Then you've got Harms coming at you as well. I suppose the nerves would have come out of the shorts again if I was a Leongatha player, knowing those 3 were going to crunch it. But what a pick-up, what a finish there by Dykstra.
And now it's a 16-point lead to Moe at the 17-minute mark of the first quarter. 3-1-19, leading Leongatha 3 behind 3 points on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard.
You know, it's those sorts of play, those pieces of play that Leongatha have got away with for years.
Yeah.
But the levels listed, they now are being challenged well and truly.
Good body work by Bradley, double tap down, but Harms picks it off. Then runs into a coat hanger from Heppel. Free kick as Harms has it, looking for a runner. They're all covered. He's going to switch it on the outer side to Woodall. He'll take the uncontested mark. He's got some green grass in front of him. He takes that and drives it down to Taj Eden, who couldn't quite take the chest mark, didn't quite read it well enough, and Gento was there for company, pushes him over the boundary line on the outer side for a boundary throwing.
Let's go quickly just around the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the Gippsland League. Wonthaggi 4-1-25 to Moe yet to score.
Heavy conditions down in South Gippsland, although Wonthaggi not having a problem with it over there. Eden fights for it at ground level. Tries to flick a handball forward. They get their link up again. Here is Dykstra going back by hand. Run down there was Van Dyke. A good tackle from Murfitt, and they said holding the footy. So Curtis Murfitt has it for the Parrots. Plays on quickly. Comes to the near side with a boot. Looking for Talonbrill. Balfour will try and spoil. He does very well, does Balfour. Jacob Wood now fights for it. Gathers it. Steps around Talonbrill. Right foot chiseler in the middle of the ground. Puts Dykstra under a little bit of pressure. Bradley with a spoil. Marriott's there to help out. They can't get a clean possession. Kelty just sat on Kim Drew and we'll have a stoppage.
This is why I think Garnham's playing higher up, because their half-forward line really is dropping off. The strength of the Moe side in all assets in their forward line has just been phenomenal this first quarter.
All right, Prowse. Chris Type gets the knock from that contested possession. Dykstra dispossessed. Play on the call. Nicely done by Baldy. Umpire will take control. Good body work, good tackling all round.
Is it a new thing now with the umpires being wide up? I noticed that Essler and Scotty Baker had earpieces in.
Well, Trey Valley umpires have done that quite a bit.
Have they?
Yeah, they have talked to each other out in the ground. There's also probably some advisories here off the ground as well. Not that they talk to him either, but Baldy quickly from this stoppage drives it inside. Here's Miles Baholke. He had the footy, then lost it. Sovereign does really well with 2 strong tackles. Hold the footy. Advantage will be paid. Hume goes over the top by hand to Talonbrill, and Brill drives to half forward. Scoots onto Murfitt. Can't quite take it clean. Heppel's there. Tries to tap it in front of Brock Smith. Heppel gives a handball to Murfitt. Murfitt under pressure. Pops up with a handball. Garnham at ground level. Not clean. Good pressure from the Lions. And the Lamers just picks up Brock Smith. And the umpire said, let's ball it up.
I've just had a tackle count this quarter too, Pop. There's a lot of tackle being laid out.
Exactly. Paul Carter will give us an update later on. We're sort of nearing that quarter time mark. We've played 20 minutes first quarter. Leongatha into attack. Nice chance. Marriott, can he bust the tackle? He can't. Feeds it off nicely. Finds Lammers and around the body across the face of goals and eventually out of play on the full. So no hurt for this Moe side, at least on the scoreboard. I tell you what, there's a bit of hurt out there by players though, consequence of some great tackles. Jaron Makepeace for Moe, right back pocket. Has a bit of a peek up ahead of him and sees it's best just to go for distance, and he does that. Kelty target goes through his hands, back of the pack. Who's there? Pepper from the forward line into the half-back line. Takes a couple of bounces. Can he find a target? He can ever so easily. I thought Darcy was gone.
Yep.
The umpire said you were. Play on's the call. A kick. Didn't make good contact, and the work by Sovereign was brilliant.
One step forward, play on.
Yep, 100% over the mark.
Yep, okay.
Yep, they call it one step if you go off your line.
Off your line, is that right?
Yep,
Yes.
I reckon he took a step as well. So boundary throw in the margin, sits at 16. Moe lead it. Darcy doing the ruck duties. Wood there, although Leongatha got some numbers. Little John with a kick around the body. Heppel has to fight for that. He becomes a spoiler in there. Harms is there. Ran down by Drew. He was hot.
Wow,
and he paid holding the footy. Leongatha and 50 with a little bit of voice back to the umpire. So Kim Drew will take the 50. He wants to go pretty quickly. And just sort of waiting now for Baldy to get on the mark as Kim Drew drives it in. It's a low darting kick to space, and Garnham can't get there.
They've done that a few times, haven't they? Gone very wide. Down boundary rather than teammate.
Yeah, they push the corridor a fair bit, Moe, when they push them back defensively as well. So it's making them push them out wide. So really well done defensively.
Special comments this afternoon. Nick Lucchino, all thanks to Metricon Homes. That was one of your better ones all year, Nick. Very well read there. Great stuff. Nick with a C and a K. Boundary throwing out the back. Here's Heppel. Had a bit of a fumble too. And now Moe swoop on it. Mullane out of that stoppage. Right foot kick to space. Exactly. Here we go. Here's Dykstra. One-hand pickup was beautiful. Kick towards Kelty. 1, 2, 3 bites. On the hop. Kelty gives it to who? Belfar. Bang. Football. Champagne football from the Lions. From the back pocket. Through to the forwards and through the big sticks for 6.
Plenty of space there too. You probably could have put a Metricon home in there as well. The amount of space they had to run through that corridor too. I think transition footy at its best, and that was what it was from the Moe Footy Club as well. So well done. Yeah, they've been so good. It's a bit of Groundhog Day too from the round 1 time they played at Leongatha. I don't think Leongatha kicked the goal in the first quarter. The first time they met too, so we might need to go back and look at those record books.
And it's a 22-point lead to Moe. We've played 23 minutes of the first quarter. The Lions 4-1-25, leading Leongatha 3 behind 3 points from the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard.
So ball back in the centre of Terry Hunter Oval. A neutral ground, given Moe's ground is being renovated. Moe the home side, but certainly not on their home ground. As Moe were going to break the pack through Harms, a free kick's been paid against Taj Eden, and that went the way of Hall, who feeds it off, and they go nicely forward through Harding. Can't find a target. Thump back to where it came, all of 30 or 40 metres. Harms lays a tackle, coming through now.
Wow.
Baldy feeds it off. They've got some good bodies around the ball, one of which is Dykstra. The lead from Darcy was brilliant. Turns from 60. Can he find a target here in Pepper?
Oh, what up?
Yeah, no. Good spell there by Jackson Harry. Just 25 metres from Moe's goals. In fact, out of play on the full, a free kick will go Leongatha's way.
Yeah, it might have been a push in the back maybe, because there was a good spoil as you called it. Oh, does that go 15? Only just pop.
That's not 15.
Gee whiz, Maskell.
Wow,
Box a very good call about the opening game. You had that stat, they didn't kick a goal in the first half, Leongatha. Only managed to 4 points, now 30 points down at half-time. A little bit of deja vu. At the moment, though, in the first quarter, they're 22 points in front. It's 4 goals, 1, so they're actually better than that first time these two sides met.
And just off the ball as well, Harms has pushed himself forward. He actually looks like he's a bit proppy as well.
He has had that hamstring injury too.
So he is pushing a little bit deeper. It looks like Sovereign's gone to him now. So either he's resting forward or he's just getting himself out of the heat at the moment.
Well, Marriott to drew by hands to Harding. Little kick goes along the half-forward line. They got the foot race here with Donoghue. Grabbed it and then got tackled immediately, holding the footy. And that is a great tackle on the outer side by Max Woodall. He's going to go lateral. He's got Van Dyke. They've got the switch on. No. He's decided to go the other direction. It's a bit of a scrubber. Oh, hang on. The umpire said it's going to be a free kick down the field to Maslin. Don't know what that was for. He goes short to Brock Smith. Into the middle of the ground. Paholke trying to get some traction in the mud. Shoved off it by Marriott. Callum Brill's there to help out for the Parrots. Right foot delivery in front of Lammers. Does it get through? No, it doesn't. Van Dyke was exceptionally good. Goes to ground and now he fights for it. And great work. Taj Eden, oh, that was Baldy, I should say, with a clean pickup. Coughed it up. And we're going to have advantage. No, yes, the umpire says advantage. Didn't really play out for the Parrots there. Blackshaw with a clearing kick going up was Dykstra. Couldn't complete the mark. Fight for it at ground level. Umpire will ball it up. 26 minutes gone in the first quarter for Get You Finance Gippsland. Sees the Lions lead it by 22.
So we're going to see some even heavier bodywork coming. I reckon there's just a sheet of light rain coming down, which will make things even tougher for those players out there at the moment. Quick kick forward, comes from Van Dyke. Will it fall in the hands of his teammate in Mullane? It does. Geez, risky kick across the face of goal. Didn't pay off. Now it's 2v1. Hugh, Leongatha was good work. But Woodall scoops the ball, runs, bounces twice. Woo. And here he goes again. Has he lost a handle on it? No. The 1-2 turned into... It was a bad handball. And now a turnover towards the left half forward flank. Moe under pressure, leading comfortably, but Leongatha have just lifted their work rate a touch. Heppel, Aaron, inboard, settle. Lamers plays on quickly. The corridor's open. They've got an option, one of which was Kim Drew.
He's got one
He's
further.
got another short option. They're going to walk this one into goal almost, because Harding provided a lead just 20 metres from goals, almost directly in front.
So with Harms now going off the ball, obviously it's not a hard tag because Drew hasn't followed him down forward, but Paholke and Harms have swapped through the midfield. So it's obviously a rotation and a little bit of a rest there for Harms to keep him on the ball at the end of this quarter as well. So just frees up Drew a little bit because he's been a bit light on the stat side of it because he's been chasing Harms for the first quarter.
They must kick this, Pop.
27 and a half minutes gone. Harding, left leg, no. I reckon it's gone too far left, or has it hit the post?
Too far left.
It was 2 inches too far.
And that's 4 behind 4 points to Leongatha. They are trailing by 21 points. Moe 4-1-25 on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard. 28-minute mark of the first quarter.
You're going to take the moments against the ladder leaders in Moe. And big moments all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. Van Dyke now out of side. Prowse will be the target. A big fly from Kelty over the back. Front and square there was Pepper. Kick was smothered. Marriott comes the other direction. Drives it to half forward. Heppel with one hand up. At ground level, Harding was good. Over the shoulder handball. Fight for it at ground level there was Phillips. And we'll have a ball up on the outer side.
Another tight one down in East Gippsland too, team. It's thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Traralgon 2-3-15. They lead Bairnsdale 1-2-8.
So 5 scoring shots to 4. Probably doesn't reflect the dominance of Moe, but certainly the scoreboard does as a total score. Quick kick. Sheridan within 30 metres. Can he find a target? He can't. Kick around the body. That's a contender. If it hasn't been touched, it has been touched. It's not a contender. Good effort by Ireland.
5 behind 5 points. Leongatha 5 scoring shots. Moe's 5 scoring shots at 4-1-25. 20-point difference.
So 5 scoring shots apiece, but it doesn't feel like that, does it? It feels as though Moe are a lot more in control. I know on the scoreboard says that, but when you look at 5 scoring shots apiece, you might be lured into a false sense of believing that this game's more even than what it currently is.
What's happened here? The umpires have said they're bringing it all the way back. I got no idea what's happened here. They've called play
unless he's played on the outside of the boundary line.
They don't usually do that.
They don't. But it's. I'm sure it's coincidental that it's been on that side of the ground on 3 occasions.
So exactly that. So now we've got a boundary throw in. I think the last probably 8 minutes of play has been Leongatha's, but and now there's going to free a free kick to Leongatha out of this ruck contest. Well, I didn't see what that one was for.
I think holding in the ruck duel.
Yeah, okay.
I feel as though I saw that, but
once again, don't ruckmen do that all the time?
Yes,
especially at boundary throw-ins.
It's in the right hands anyway. It's
it is. Jensen Garnham. Has it been a coincidence that when we said that Harms has gone forward, then all of a sudden Leongatha have just started to get a little bit of momentum back into this game? This is a big shot on goal, closing in on quarter time. 30 minutes, Garnham comes in. He's the goal kicker from Leongatha. He knows how to find him. He knows how to kick goals. It's a big moment of the game because that's Leongatha's first. 1 goal, 5 now, Leongatha, 4-1 Moe.
They've basically dominated this last 3 or 4 minutes. I think their inside 50s has probably tripled since in the last 5 minutes. They've just been able to work the ball inside the midfield. A couple of little fine tunes there from Moe, but they've actually increased the tempo a little bit to the Leongatha side and been able to turn the ball over and get the ball in their forward advantage too. So that was a good finish by Garnham. They really needed that before quarter time.
And you're right, Boxer, the last 5 inside 50s have gone Leongatha's way. And Moe lead by 14 points in the shadows of the quarter-time siren on the Get You Finance Gippsland scoreboard.
All right, see Prowse up against Jay Sheridan in the ruck. I thought I heard a whistle. It wasn't. Tapped down by Leongatha. Yeah, netball court's right next door. I hear another whistle. That's a siren. It's quarter time right now.
It is Moe 4-1-25 leading Leongatha 1-5-11. It's a 14-point margin at quarter time. Moe blistering start. They kicked the opening 4 goals and really dominated the opening 20 minutes of play. Leongatha just started to wrestle back a little bit of momentum. And as we said at quarter time, it is the Lions leading 4-1-25 on Leongatha 1-5-11. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM, and it's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe, plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League. Visit Electel after the final siren.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce, it just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay, a kick around the body, can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed, and that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Jai Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Oh, classic.
Yes, quarter time, and Moe lead it by 14 points, 4-1-25. Leading Leongatha 1-5-11. Goal scorers in the quarter, Declan Kelty, James Harms, Alec Dykstra and Jacob Balfour for the Lions, while for Leongatha it was Jensen Garnham. Here's the key stats from Paul Carter All thanks to Gippsland MG. The new MG U9 dual cab ute is engineered for work, weekend adventures and everything in between.
Inside 50s went Leongatha's way, 12-10, although as Boxer made the point, they were busy in the last few minutes. Last 5 inside 50s went Leongatha's way. Moe won the clearances 11-9 and centre clearances 3-2. The ruckman Jack Sheridan 8 hit outs, Chris Prowse 6. Individually, James Harms 9 disposals, 7 to Blake Mullane, 5 to Trent Baldy. For Leongatha, 6 to Ben Harding, 5 to Tom Marriott, 6 also to Aaron Heppel.
Boxer, have you have a bit of a look out there? Leongatha look to have one loose at the moment. Do you reckon that's...
That'll be Cade, Maskill. I think they've freed him up as well at the minute.
Can you see Harms out there, anyone?
Harms is...
There's one on the wing. It's actually a wingman that's loose at the moment. So it's the far side. A Moe player's on his own out there.
All right, Harms is in the middle of the ground. And working hard there was Mullane for the Lions, wrapped up by Harding. Harding's now come into the middle of this rotation for Leongatha on that outer side as a wingman. And the near side is Argento. Sheridan with a tap down there is Harms. Got tackled quickly by a couple of Parrots. And the umpire says, let's do it again. Right in the middle, which is starting to get a little bit boggy here, a little bit sticky at Terry Hunter Oval. They just walk out of the mud area. And again, Sheridan with a tap down goes backwards, although Harms just waltzes through and then gives a handball across to Mullane. Little torpedo barreler inside forward 50, gets through the legs there of Harry. Back there was Maskill, so's Little John. No one can grab it cleanly, and we'll have a boundary throw in.
Clean bowled about 5 players there to get inside 50, who just kept rolling and rolling.
So if you've just joined the Gippsland Live commentary this afternoon between two of the great sides of this competition, Moe and Leongatha, at quarter time it was Moe ball 125. They're into attack now, leading Leongatha 1-5-11. Ball thrown in. Sheridan has the boundary throwing all to himself. Couldn't find a teammate clean. Good pressure ground level. Pepper applies a tackle. Asks for a free kick. Kim Drew had the ball. The umpire, though, will take control. 45-degree angle. 15, maybe 20 metres out from Moe's goals. Thrown back in. Darcy contests the ruck. What's happened here? Free kick behind from the non-officiating umpire. Gee, gutsy.
Yep.
All of 40 metres away. Called a hold. Goes the way of Little John, who goes short. Dangerous times for Leongatha to be playing around with that ball. Defensive 50. Harms around the body. Centres it to within 5 metres. Kelty, tackle. Pepper, goal! They'll make you pay if you don't complete the task. And on that occasion, Leongatha failed to complete
Probably
the
the
task.
only downfall with radio. No one really saw what Harry Pepper did to start that off. It was his one-hand spoil with a little kick out from Little John. They kept the ball inside 50, so the pressure was right on early, and they maintained it inside, and his run on there was fantastic. And just that level of fitness now that he's showing this year has been absolutely instrumental regarding his form.
5-1-31. It's a mirror image at the moment. 20-point lead to Moe. So it's 5-1 to 1-5-11 Leongatha. Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
That's why you're here, Nick Lucchino, to paint the picture for our radio listeners out there. As Sheridan taps a beautiful one over the back. Nicely done by Marriott. Gave it to Argento. Delivers to Heppel. Couldn't complete the mark. A little one back to Argento. Into the forward 50. Danger spot for the Lions defence. Island has it. Kick around his body's offline. It's going to skid over for a boundary throw-in. Had plenty of space to work in, though, into there, though, the Parrots.
This is where we see the breakdown now between both sides. You can see the strength of the Moe side forward compared to the side Leongatha has down forward too. At the moment, Paddy Island and Jensen are probably their go-to, but they don't have many friends outside of that at the moment.
All right, ball thrown back in, 15 minutes from goals. Prowse grabs ball. What's happened? Free kick?
Free kick.
Okay, he'll get the free kick.
We've had a few.
Yeah, we have.
How many free kicks, Paul Carter, again?
It was 19 in the first quarter.
19 in the first and another 3 or 4 now already.
All right, they work their way. The weave a passage through for Brock Smith. Daryl Cooling's starting to point like Timmy Sexton, and it worries me. Now we've got James Harms.
You've got to make sure they're right too,
yes. Left half-back flank, nice. Kelty, lead up on the outer side of the ground.
Can you just explain? I'm not quite on the number, am I?
Yeah, just not quite there.
He uses 3 fingers, not one.
Yeah, Blake Mullane inboard. Here we go. Can we find the target? We can indeed. Miles Paholke. There's a lot being made of his goal kicking in recent weeks, and rightly so. And he gets his first opportunity to hit the scoreboard right now from 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle.
It's a fair grab too, and it's his first real lead-up and mark for the afternoon. It was pretty well held, considering the amount of times the ball was inside 50 in the first quarter by Sovereign. But you can't keep a good player down for the whole period of time. This is his opportunity to get his first for the Arvo.
So they've been pretty good in front of goals. This will take something pretty good as well. Paholke's more than pretty good. He's brilliant. And off the boot,
boom.
It looks fantastic. Boom. Nice conversion, Miles Paholke.
Boom. And that's, again, the difference too. Their delivery inside 50, just the hit-ups and the leads, they're very, very got a lot of intent to their leads compared to the clogginess, we'll call it, of the Leongatha side. When the ball goes inside 50, it's that pressure from the Lions side that's actually maintaining the deficiency of the Leongatha forwards at the moment.
And it's now a 26-point lead to Moe. We're at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe 6-1-37, leading Leongatha 1-5-11 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Try and go through some scores soon, Scott, as well, from around the grounds.
All right, we'll just have a look at this clearance. As the ruckman, Sheridan and Prowse tried to put his foot out there and got the tap away. Marriott with a handball. The runner off the back, though, was Wood. There's Baldy. Free kick's going to go in the way of Jacob Wood. Didn't have the footy, they said. And Jacob Wood, right foot kick's going to go to centre half forward. Prowse will be the target. Chris takes a grab, gives a handball off to Scagliarini. Drives it in. Paholke, one guy. Couldn't quite complete it. Sovereign does well. Marriott now goes to the outer side. Puts it to open space and says to Ireland, go and get it. Closing is Blackshaw. Good tackle quickly by Makepeace it was in the end. And the umpire said, my ball. Scores around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland.
In the Gippsland League, it's a close one down in East Gippsland. Traralgon 2-4-16. They lead by just the 2 points. Bairnsdale 2-2-14. And Leongatha, big leaders over Morwell, 5-3-33 to Morwell, just the 1 point.
One thaggy.
What did I say?
Leongatha.
Who are playing here. They trail by 26 points. Oops. Wearing the green and yellow out on this field at Terry Hunter Oval.
Thaggy is a very close town to Leongatha.
Marriott went short to Harding.
So Harding goes along the centre channel, can't find a target. Behind the play, some good contest. I reckon the umpire may have picked out another free kick. You're picking out plenty today. This one goes to Fraser Phillips. Just short of right half forward flank. Leads on. And Garnham went high. Couldn't take ball up against 2 opponents. Grand level. It's going to be Trent Baldy that clears the area. He does it through Scapolini. I know it's not quite correct.
It's a pasta dish.
Van Dyke.
What the hell was that?
What's his name?
Scapolini.
Yeah, well, it's pretty close.
To Kelty.
They go forward inside forward 50. Now Darcy takes the leading kick. Nicely done. Scagliarini.
Would you like parmesan with that?
Here we go inside now. Forward 20 metres out. Geez, Pepper nearly stole it. Well,
let me just quickly go to the Mid-Gippsland Football League as well. Foster 29, they lead MDU 13. Newborough 6 points to Hill End 7. Moving north, 1 straight to Yanar 4-4-28. Stony Creek 3-2-20 to Ballara 2-4-16.
So Darcy and Sheridan do the ruck duties. Sheridan taps it down. Dangerous spot. Little soccer off the ground.
Oh no.
Was from Darcy.
He did not.
And he did. He put it through. Well, it was a ruckman. It got down towards the midfielders there at Leongatha. A little fumble. And then Darcy just stuck a foot out. And it sockered through.
And it's one... Sorry, Scud. It's one thing I wouldn't say about Leongatha ever, but the effort. I think they're just losing that little bit of effort because Moe right now is showing all the effort required to continue on their merry way, and it's their pressure, it's the 2-on-1s, it's the skill level. They're beating them in every little department at the moment, and it's that 2-way run right now. So everything's falling their way.
Riley Darcy becomes the 7th out of 7 goals for Moe. It's 7 goals, 143 the Lions, leading Leongatha 1-5-11. Moe Racing Club scoreboard, 8-minute mark of the second quarter.
Danger signs.
It is too. Prowse v Sheridan. Sheridan tap and then did the roving work as well. Fed off nicely. Teammate Phillips inside 50. They need a winner. Haven't got one just yet. Good pressure from Moe. 30 metres from Leongatha's goals. Play on's the call. Spills out. Moe dance around and then clear it through Maslin. Out towards the outer side of the ground. It's all Leongatha here. Good, strong mark on the right half forward flank's been taken by Grabham Andrews.
Yep.
And he goes inside to within 10 metres again. ground level. Who's going to be first there? Moe. That's been the order of most of the day. But now dancing around. This is an opportunity for Marriott. Around the body, he hooks it back. The umpires ran to the centre wing. He comes back and says, mine, one
Didn't run a long way.
Taking Leongatha to 1-6-12. They're trailing by 31 points. Moe 7-1-43. Moe Racing Club scoreboard. 9 minutes played, second quarter.
So Van Dyke with a wobbly drop punt's going to land in the hands of Scagliarini. Pop.
That's it. Thank you very much.
Kicks to the wing area. Open space is Mullane in stride. Takes the grab. Plays on.
Oh.
Right foot kick. Darcy in a one-on-one with Westaway. Couldn't complete the mark. Ball gets to the back. Darcy has it in the field of play. Gives it to Paholke. Paholke snap around the body.
He does not. He can't do that.
Absolute ripper. And I tell you what, that is the Zambrero goal of the day contender.
Shush, 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 shush.
He better apologise to his mum.
Yep.
I just got a feeling.
I'm sorry.
Liz ain't getting the
He's
Zambrero.
not getting the Zambrero.
Wow.
Hey, Liz, we're Indian givers as well, all right? So don't worry about it. What a goal that was. And it went probably, 40 high in the air, and it was deep in that forward
And
pocket.
I feel
What a goal.
sorry for Liz because she's got the napkin tucked into her collar ready to go.
She texted the husband and said, we've got tea
for
coming.
dinner. It's on me.
Don't worry about it, Liz.
37-point lead to Moe, 10-minute mark of the second quarter, 8-1-49 to 1-6-12.
We'll give her the Harvey Norman voucher.
Yeah.
Well, they might go again, Sheridan. There's going to be a free kick going Mullane's way. And that's Moe's. They've got the runners. Decided not to go. Mullane's kick inside forward 50. Over the head, no. Paholke's there. Got it. Second time. There's Jacob Wood. Gives a handballer off. A kick from around the body. Scagliarini! The Lions are purring, and they are absolutely flying as well at the same time here at Terry Hunter Oval. It's an avalanche from the Lions.
Momentum's a big word, isn't it, in footy? Yep. And they've just got full momentum right now. And you can just see the body language of some of the Leongatha players, which is we don't see very often, but they are thinking, what the hell is going on here right now? Because they're winning and they're getting killed out of that middle of the ground. But they've got winners all over the ground, the Moe side too. So regardless of where you are, but this midfield is right on top. They are absolutely murdering this Leongatha.
They've kicked 5 goals out of 6 inside 50s this quarter. They are 43 points ahead, 9-1-55 to 1-6-12 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
So ball back in the centre here. They've made a change in the ruck. Bradley. Moe win the ruck though. Nicely done there by Mullane, who edged out his opponent, and the ball finally found itself on the outer side of the ground to where that player, Scagliarini, his left leg is a beauty. Finds Paholke.
It was Dijkstra.
That was Dijkstra, thank you. Miles Paholke now with the ball.
And the lead was strong again. They've just been able to just win these one-on-ones, and when the confidence levels are up this high, you'll mark them anywhere. The ball's going to look like a watermelon coming inside 50 the way it's coming in that quick.
So he's kicked 2, and really this is the easiest opportunity he's had, and he's right on the boundary from 45.
He'll kick this.
He'll kick it, but will he goal it? So the kick for goal goes across the face of Wood. Oh my goodness.
Uncontested.
Uncontested. He might as well put a ribbon around it, wrapped it up. He marked it below his hips. And he's only 5'9" himself.
Now, if he kicks this goal, do you think every player from the whole ground from Moe will get to him?
Well, rightly so. But these kicks from this area usually go right. Let's hope he can put it through.
Yes,
he puts it through. He's happy.
Yep,
and
here they
so
come.
is 18 of his teammates. Well, 17 out there and a few more off. Nicely done. Jacob Wood in his 250th game. We salute you here at Gippsland Live.
Moe are now 49 points ahead. We're 13 minutes into the second quarter. And on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard, we've got the Lions 10-1-61, leading Leongatha 1-6-12.
I can't remember seeing a side do this to Leongatha in the last decade.
Since we've been calling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely. We can keep going with these scores here as well because people are asking, what are the scores? Well, the internet's there too if you want to have a look. But anyway, Thorpedale 3-2-20, Tarwin 3 straight 18, Fish Creek 5-1-31, Tatura 1 straight 6.
So back to the middle, Prowse taps it down, Mullane over the shoulder, handball. There's Fraser Phillips for Leongatha, shrugs the shoulder, loses a footy. Belfer forward, handball to Wood, he overran it. Head over the footy there was Bradley. Gives it to Phillips. Tries to get through a couple. He does. Gives a handball to Ty Hall. He's kicked a half forward.
Oy.
Out the back. Over the shoulder free kick, wasn't it? To Jacob Lamers.
Yep.
Although now it's going to come back. Brill went to play on. Lamers is the one with the footy. He's going to go in the target of Ireland to the pocket. Bodywork early, nicely done. Spoil was very, very good by Makepeace.
And again, I blame the forwards now for leading. He had a bit of room to lead more central to the inside 50. Again, they've gone to the pocket again, Pop.
So boundary throw in. Margin sits at 49 points, if you don't mind. Harms had a fresh airy. Play on, said the umpire. Quick tackle on Shields. And we'll have another stoppage 40 metres out from Leongatha's goals. They've been dominated today. Leongatha are 1-6-12. Moe a 10-1-61.
Inside forward 50 now. Nothing's coming easy for this Leongatha side, and Moe don't look as though they're going to ease the pressure at all. Quick kick, clearing kick. Wood, front of the pack. Nice mark. He's starting to have an influence in this game. Got an option to his left. He's got a couple of options to his right, and that's the way he goes. He goes searching for Mullane. Mullane lets his opponent go for the ball and then does the team thing and taps it 5 metres towards Pepper. Pepper kicks it off the ground once. He's going to kick it off.
No.
And I thought to myself, if that went through for a goal, well, he would have been watching him on SBS tomorrow. Cade Maskell clears the area, and all of a sudden the Parrots just ease the pressure momentarily.
Gento got it out to Hume, who couldn't complete the mark. And another boundary throw in. I'll tell you what, Boxer, we've got fumbles from Leongatha. They're unsure of how to exit out of their D50. They can't get a forward 50 entry. Things are a worrying concern for the coach.
It definitely is. There's a lot. The pressure of Moe has just been the most impressive thing for me today. I've never seen a side be so ruthless and really want that determination to win this afternoon.
Phillips with one tap. Scagliarini had the footy, then didn't have it. And they said that he had enough of it for holding the footy. Phillips will go short to Ty Hall, drops the mark. Harms swoops on it and drives it in to Darcy. Gets out the back. It doesn't matter because Pepper's there. And there is the soccer goal. And on the World Cup stage, Harry Pepper gets a left boot for it. It's a goal, umpires.
They call it touch, are they?
How could it be touched?
What?
There was no one near him. The left foot snapped from the goal box.
So it must have been tapped.
Put over the line.
Inside 50.
Well,
but the umpire, that would have been the goal
no
umpire
idea.
move.
Minor score, margin now at 50 points. Ball gets back to the middle. Baldy with a handle over the shoulder. Look at that. They got space everywhere. They run into each other, the Lions. Scagliarini now has to become the tackler, and a dumping one on Kim Drew. Wins him the free kick. He's going to go quickly. Lamers is in the middle of the ground.
So Lamers now has got some room to move. Takes a bounce. It doesn't bounce up, but he's got enough time to grab again. Steady kick for goal. And what was missed at one end may have been converted at the other. And Leongatha get just their second goal of the afternoon.
I just like the way they did it though then too, Poppy. It's just one of the ones that their best play for the afternoon. They freed themselves up and they just went direct, didn't they? So they used the corridor very, very well then too. And Lamers used his pace very well. They just needed that goal, a little bit of steadier. That one-on-one footy now, I think, is really, really, really critical. And now maybe Leongatha need to play a bit of control footy when they do win the footy. But the way Moe are going at it, they've been relentless. They're just going to keep turning the ball over.
44-point margin to Moe. They are 10-2-62, leading Leongatha 2-6-18 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. 17.5 played, second quarter.
So Prowse with Bradley this occasion. Bradley with a tap down. Phillips roved it and got it to half forward. Murfitt overruns it. Eden did the same thing. Murfitt gave a handle across to Heppel. Heppel lowers the eyes and goes to Garnham. And they get a little bit of a run now.
So the thing is now too, you can lead into the pocket-ish when the ball's moving quickly in forward. There's no one in there in the hole to cover those gaps. So a good kick inside. He just needs to do this back-to-back goal now for the Parrots, just to give him a little bit of a steadier.
It's an absolute must for Jensen Garnham. He's got one this afternoon. 45-degree angle, 45 metres out. Kicking towards the city end of the ground here in Traralgon. There's Jensen Garnham on its way. Umpire doesn't move a great deal. The Parrot supporters like it. They've got 2 in a row, and more importantly, 2 in a minute. And they chip away at this 38-point margin.
It is at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter. 38-point is the lead to Moe. Leongatha now 3-6-24, trailing Moe 10-2-62. Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
I know we're 20 minutes into the quarter, but here's the quarter-time scores in the North Gippsland Football League. Rosedale 2-7-19 to Churchill 1-4-10. TTU 2-5-17 to Sale City 4-3-27. Yallourn North 117 to Woodside 3927. Gormandale 117 to Glengarry 4428. And Hayfield 6137. They lead Cower 5434.
All right, bit of a shock there. Cower yet to be beaten today. Can we see a shock here? It's going to be a beauty if Leongatha can come back and shock Moe. They go for it again. They've got 2 in a minute. Can they get 3?
No.
Inside 90 seconds. A kick for goal. Just offline. That would have given them momentum. Kimmy Drew missed what he would normally convert quite comfortably.
3-7-25, Leongatha trailing Moe 10-2-62, 37-point deficit at the 19-minute mark of the second quarter.
Gee, they needed that one. Harms now kicking out a full back. He's been a little bit quieter this quarter. Paul Carter, turnover though. Hall dropped the mark he should have taken. Kelty gave a handball over the shoulder. Murfitt's there trying to crash through 1 or 2 tacklers. Harms' touches this quarter.
5 this quarter, 9 in the first.
I need to be critical on Hall. That's a third mark he's dropped in about a period of 5 minutes. One of them nearly cost him a goal this end. It's twice down now into their forward 50.
Baldy from the clearance. Doesn't get a great purchase on it. Spoil over the back from Hume. Heppel in traffic. Steps around a couple. Goes inside forward 50. Talonbrell early leap. And takes the grab in front of Woodall.
Good grab.
Just read it a little bit better off the boot. Now Leongatha just starting to fire up as you'd expect the reigning premiers to do so.
It's like having marked in flight as well. So he's off the ground and he's able to... His opponent was right on him. I'm surprised he didn't give him a kiss on the cheek. He was that close. And it was a great grab there by Talonbrell.
Directly in front, this must go through. Renowned goal kicker for the Parrots. Talonbrell 40 metres out and makes no mistake. The Parrots have got 3 in a row and they've done that in a space of about 4 minutes of play.
Nice little patch here too for the Parrots. So I reckon Leaper Holke might be a little bit disappointed with what he's seeing right now. And I tell you what, another goal or 2 and to hold Moe off would be an absolute brilliant result here for the Parrots.
They've kicked 3 goals in their last 3 inside 50s and they've reduced Moe's lead back to 31 points. Leongatha are now 4-7-31, trailing Moe 10-62, and that's on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
So they're still starting to build, 14-point quarter-time lead. Only 5 forward at the moment for the side that's leading. That's Moe. Quick centre break, though, from Leongatha. Geez, bounced off the boot of Murphy and went 35 metres in the wrong direction, which opened up the door for Moe to come forward through Harms. Turns on a fairly wide arc, goes inboard. Nicely done by Baldy. He's taken ball and all, free kick, holding it.
And there is a little bit of panic now from the Moe side. Now they've thrown Kilty back, but Leongatha said, well, we can match you as well. So Maskell's gone forward as well. So just keep an eye on that one too, boys.
All right, Harding in the middle of the ground, finds Sheridan, pushes back off the mark. As we said, they've got 7 forwards now. Leongatha, high kick inside. No one can take the mark. Ground level there was Argento, overrunning it. Woodall goes in. Heppel's got his head over the football. He's wrapped up from Baldy and Kilty. And we'll have a ball up now inside Leongatha's forward 50. 6 goals to open the quarter for Moe. Leongatha responded with their 3. Sheridan with a tap down. Baldy, socket off the ground. Out the back there. Nicely done on that occasion. Well, someone looks like they've gone swimming in the mud. It's Kim Drew. They go forward again. Talonbrell at the back can't complete the mark. Kim Drew completely covered on his right side of the body with mud from head to toe.
Margin's now 30 points. It's 4-8-32 Leongatha, trailing Moe 10-62.
So Van Dyke to bring the ball back into play for this Moe side. Chooses to go towards the outer side. 2-on-2 option. No player able to take clean possession. Ground level, Moe got the numbers. Order of the day for them. Play on's the call. Just on the arc of 50. Another free kick actually goes the way of Heppel. That's Aaron. Inboard he goes to Maskell. That's Cade. And from just outside 50, Cade Maskell sums up his options.
There's 50. There's a voice. Brock Smith, I just was watching that. Brock Smith got tackled. He's given away the free kick and then said something to the umpire. And he's still going now, and the 50 metre will be paid, Pop.
So Maskell will walk this one in. There's no one on the mark at all.
Wow.
No one on the mark, which shows me that Moe have just dropped the bundle a touch. The package hasn't been spilt all over the ground, but there's some pressure on. That's 4 in a row now for Leongatha side. They were up against the ropes and looking as though the white towel might come over the shoulder, but they've fought back pretty valiantly, I would have said, Nick.
They have too, Pop, and again, you can't keep a good side down, and we didn't think this was going to happen the way that the momentum was swinging Moe's way, and we thought, how far? Mm-hmm. But it just shows the level of professionalism from this Leongatha side.
24 points, and exactly 10 minutes ago the margin was 50. So it's 5-8-38 Leongatha trailing Moe 10-2-62 in the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Yeah, big tap down again from Sheridan. Marriott out the middle. A forward handball. Goes in the way of Maskell. And Maskell's kick to Brill again over his head. Back there was Makepeace. Had a fumble. Coughed the footy up. Talon Brill tries to get out of a tackle. Can't do so. Umpire says holding the footy. And a good tackle from Max Woodall. Moe Racing Club second quarter just starting to fire up. Corporate events, private functions. Moe Racing Club offer 4 great rooms to suit your next function. And this second quarter has been one to remember. 6 goals to open it for Moe. And then Leongatha kicked the next 4. We've still got maybe a few minutes to go. Prowse takes a mark, gives it to Baldy. Right foot kick to the wing area, open space at the toes of Paholke, left behind. Nicely done by Scagliarini. Kicks to Darcy direction and takes the grab in front of Westaway, who just had a feel of the right hamstring too. Box, keep an eye on that. As Darcy, man on the mark, stands 49. And he's a long way out.
He can kick it. We've seen him do this before and we've actually written him off from doing it. So we've seen the long bomb from Darcy. They really need it now with 25 minutes being played in this second quarter.
Got to start it on the right-hand goal post, you think. From 51, Nutt starts at left and goes in that direction. Oh, Sovereign dropped the mark. Paholke swooped and put it through. You've got to take those marks on the last line because Miles Paholke will make you pay. He's got 3 and he's got all 3 of them in the second quarter.
Tell you what, Darcy must have copped a little bit of a spray from the deck because there's a few Parrot supporters sitting up there at the moment. They probably would have let him know about it. But then he turned around and said, how did you like that one there too? Because Miles Paholke was in the perfect spot again. He's kicked 3 brilliant goals this quarter already. And just the steadier they needed. And they'll be wooing that now too, the Parrots.
And the margin back to 30 points. We're at the 25-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe 11-2-68 leading Leongatha 5-8-38 on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Just a bit of an injury scare though too for the Parrots. As Sheridan come off, I reckon it might have been a corky, a pretty severe one, but he was in a bit of distress when he come off the ground. So we'll keep an eye on that one too, boys.
All right, 11 goals scored in this second quarter. So she's been pretty hot out there. Baldy, quick kick. Can we make it a dozen? They're around about the half-forward flank. And we'll talk about Paholke. I heard you mentioning what greats he might join, given he kicks half a dozen goals plus today. Talk about that at the half-time as Leongatha go forward through Kim Drew. Now Taylor Brill from the half-forward flank to within 20 metres. They got the sit out the back, no. Off the hands and a quick kick for goals. And all of a sudden, it's Paddy Island that will not let Leongatha lose touch with this Moe side.
He just read it well, and Garnham's contest there was the reason why ball comes to ground the way it did. But they had 3 Parrots at the back of the pack. There was no one there for Moe. All the Moe players were up in the air trying to actually compete for the mark, where they probably should have made a bit more talk around the ball because they only needed one of them to do that. So a good response then from the Parrots.
And the margin, 24 points. We're almost at half-time. We're at the 27-minute mark of the second quarter. 11-2-68 Moe leading Leongatha 6-8-44. That's on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard.
Well, Leongatha going to go forward again. Harding gave it across to Donoghue. Goes to half forward. Murfitt. Spore from Shields was good. Murfitt, little tap soccer towards the boundary line. Paul Carter said we're nearly at half time. I've got a feeling this quarter might go 40 minutes. We might be only halfway through the second quarter.
I've run out of room in the cage.
We have got 12 goals kicked in this quarter. What a quarter it's been, all thanks to the Moe Racing Club as well. Get involved, become a member of the Moe Racing Club. New season not too far away. Harding gives a handball to Heppel, gives it to Drew. Over the shoulder was good. To Murfitt, inside forward 50. They go again to the pocket, right in front of the can bar or the red caboose here at Traralgon at Terry Hunter Oval. Boundary throw in. 27, make it 28 minutes gone. The score reads Moe 11 goals, 268. Leongatha a 6-8-44. This quarter has been something else. Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
All right, 30 metres from Leongatha's goals. Kicking to the left of radio. Scoreboard end. Can they do another? Top of the square. Moe mark. Last line of defence. Fortuitously falls in the hands of Woodall. Good work, Maxie. Comes grandstand side. How's that kick look? Prowse. Yep. Nice touch and take by Chris Prowse. Plays on quickly. Shields. Runs 10. Kicks 40. Kelty the target. 1-2 grabs. Probably could have taken it. Nicely done by Belfort ground level. Nearly skipped his way through a trio of Parrots, but unfortunately for he and his side, the ball goes over the boundary line, right half-forward flank. Here we go. Prowse to do the ruck work now. And Sheridan got the left tap down. Nicely done. Quick kick forward by Malone. And a good mark by Belfer.
As Belfer right on 50. He's probably a little bit too far out to score. Man on the mark stands at 47.
Gee, there's a lot of grass in behind the man. It's just been blocked up now.
Yeah, as Harms wants it to the pocket, but Belfer's being quite confident. No one's on Harms, by the way. He kicks to that pocket. Harms is there, and there should be a free kick over the shoulder. Umpire says, yes, it is. Going Harms' way.
Used his body brilliantly there.
Yep, they just panicked. They just didn't have a play. Murphy was the one that was on him.
No, Murphy had to actually follow.
Then he gave it up because it's not a matchup.
I've been watching Harms and Drew for a little bit off the ball for the last couple of minutes. Harms is actually trying to run Drew off his legs, and it's working because Drew was caught lagging then too.
It's a tight angle, tough shot. Shot on goal. Harms is up to it though. Puts it through. It points to the Leongatha supporters on the deck here at Traralgon. Gets involved with them. And he goes at him again, does James Harms.
I might have some advice for those Leongatha supporters. Maybe shut up, right? Because every time they've thrown a little bit at him, they've come back even harder. So don't go for the third time. No, it was Pepper before. Miles Baholke and now Harms as well. But the work rate of Harms, he really is running Drew off his legs. I watched him in the stoppage. Drew had no way he was going to make ground, and that's what he's doing now. And he knew he had the mismatch. So it was great work and great play there by Belfer to pick that up.
30 points as the lead to Moe on the Moe Racing Club scoreboard. It's 12-2-74 to 6-8-44.
It's okay, Paul. The best of us make boo-boos like that.
30 and a half minutes into the quarter. 13 goals have been kicked.
What was that?
10 minutes still to play. Prowse taps it down. Baldy's back there. Had one hand pinged. Still got ball to boot somehow. It squeezes out nicely. A driving kick from Dykstra. And two. Miles Baholke on the lead. A beautiful kick, a beautiful lead.
And that's just textbook footy because Baholke read that beautifully coming out. As soon as you put your eyes up and the lead was on, he was never going to be stopped. He already had a metre on his opponent and the kick was just spot on.
Scagliarini with the kick was beautiful.
It's okay. Again, it's what I said to Paul. Things happen.
It's rubbing off.
How do you think I feel?
Miles Baholke, 3 goals in the quarter. Can he get 4 for the quarter? He does.
Yep.
He loves it with a double pump. And he's got 4 in the quarter. The Lions extended again and put pressure on it. 31 and a half minutes gone.
And here we're thinking this might be an 18-point lead. Could be really handy for the Parrots into the half-time break. But like you said, it could be a 45-minute quarter. And all of a sudden, they've just turned it around on its back again. And they've kicked the last 3 or 4 goals. 3? 2.
Last
2. Right on.
And it is now back to a 36-point lead in Moe's favour. 31-minute mark of the second quarter. Moe Racing Club scoreboard. 13-2-80 Moe, leading Leongatha 6-8-44.
Well, it really is an arm wrestle of a match, this one, because just when you think one side might slam the other's hand down to the tabletop, they bounce back and apply some pressure. And that's exactly what's happened for a lot of this 60 minutes of football. 14 goals, if you don't mind, scored in this second quarter. Quite incredible.
Unbelievable.
Yep, so it's been pretty good. As this time Leongatha try hard to go forward but cut off nicely by who else? Harms, left hand handball. Finds that man Scagliarini or something very similar to that. Finds Pepper on the lead. Thumped away from that player, and now Leongatha have got the chance to stop the move forward from Moe on the outer side of the ground. No, spits out, the ball does. Quick kick forward again, right on the arc of 50. Leongatha have now got the necessary personnel through Jackson Harry.
So out of side, he'll put it towards the wing. Target out there will be Maskell. It's Island it is. Couldn't complete the mark. Little shove in the back. Island fights well. Gives it across now to Drew with a little kick towards Lamers. He comes inboard to Harding. The run from half back. Marriott was there. Half forward Donahue. Closing quickly Kelty. Well done Declan Kelty. A spoil and then a gather and then drives it. They go from defence into attack. Darcy's got it. Siren's gone.
He's going to have a go.
And he's going to have a crack all right.
He put the hand up too. He said that's it.
He took the grab right on the half-time siren. The margin at the moment is at 36 points.
When was the last time this bloke would have kicked a torpedo?
Yep, not sure. But he's going to have a crack now. Man on the mark stands at 55 metres, so it's going to be a 58 metre.
It's going to be a decent kick. Just he's going to cop it from the crowd anyway.
Barrel. Darcy comes in. Got to get onto the barrel. No. Oh, no. We've got a 50-metre penalty.
No.
So a 50-metre penalty will be paid against...
Ben Harding.
No.
He was behind the mark, and I'm not sure why you would pay 50 if he's behind the mark. More importantly, this will be the 15th goal of the quarter, and Darcy is going to go bang and put it through. We are out to a 42-point margin at half-time. There's confusion from the Parrot players. Moe celebrate, and Leongatha are left in disbelief after a 50-metre penalty after the siren. Wowee, what a quarter of football. The best we've had in a long, long time. The score at half-time is 14 goals, 2 if you don't mind, 86 to Moe. Lead Leongatha 6-8-44. It's 42 points at half-time between these two powerful sides in the Gippsland League.
And a club record second quarter for Moe.
Unbelievable. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. We need to take a breath.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses, and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League. Visit Electel after the final siren.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce, it just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay. A kick around the body, can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed, and that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Jai Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Oh, classy.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy. That's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League. Visit Electel after the final siren.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce, it just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay, a kick around the body, can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed, and that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Jai Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Oh, classy.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy. That's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League. Visit Electel after the final siren.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce, it just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay, A kick around the body. Can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed. And that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Joe Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Oh, classic.
Yes, welcome back to Terry Hunter Oval. Third quarter, you got to keep watching this because you can't take your eyes off it. After a 15-goal quarter, what will this third quarter for McDonald's bring? Currently, it's a 42-point margin in favour of the Lions, and the third quarter is underway. Umpire said play on after an errant throw-up. Baldy got the clearance out, drove it inside the top of the 50. Pepper's head, it went over, and now Paholke had it. Handball's back, over the shoulder, ducked the shoulder, there was Dykstra. Kicks to the pocket, Kelty goes up, can't complete the mark. Over for a boundary throw-in. Rain coming down, box up.
It is, it's really coming down. It's darker, dark at the far side as well, so I think this rain's going to be here for a little while longer now too, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for the Parrots, Scud.
So they pressed early, opening minute of play. We've got a boundary throw-in, 5 metres around from Moe's goal. It's a shallow throw-in. Darcy does the ruck duties. It bounces. There'll be a free kick going Darcy's way. Advantage will be paid, and Harms gets the goal at the 52 seconds to open things up for this third quarter for McDonald's. It's continuing.
It is continuing. I'm just a little bit confused with the free kick because the free kick was definitely there, but the advantage was already gone, and then he's called advantage. So it makes it real difficult for the opposition to actually try and say, righto, I've got someone in momentum here, I can tackle and free it up.
And it was a horrible throw. It was short.
Terrible. It was short. So, you know, we'll call that a lucky goal, albeit their first one for the quarter to the Lions.
Taking Moe out to a 48-point lead on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. They're 15-2-92, leading Leongatha 6-8-44.
To say the centre break is important for Leongatha would be an understatement. The ball to be brought back onto the ground.
We've lost it.
Young fella is eventually finding his way through to the our sponsored vehicles to throw the ball back into play.
Yes, the beautiful MG too, the U9 dual cab ute. It's a great vehicle.
Looks good.
Doesn't have a footy in the back of it anymore, but
no.
If you want to drive one, you can head along to Gippsland MG. Engineered for work, pop, weekend adventures and everything else in between.
All right, so we've got Prowse out there with Harms and also Baldy, and the wingers are very close. In fact, all four wingers are on the same side, so they can be close to the action. So on the grandstand side, you've got the wingers from obviously this side, but also the outer side as well. Prowse went up early, put knee into Leongatha, and the resultant free kick goes the way of Sheridan. He feeds it off quickly, does nicely to Harding, left leg, half forward flank, falls to the front of the pack. Leongatha have got the numbers, one of which is Drew, but only momentarily. Harms picked it up, but he spat it out in the wrong direction before it's been cleared away by Scott Van Dyke, and will it land in play? It will, but only momentarily before it finds the boundary line.
Just looking at the matchups too for this quarter, there's no real big changes there from Leongatha. They look like they started the way they started the first quarter, so no real big changes. He's actually probably said, righto, I'm throwing it back to you. Let's see what you can do right from here. So very surprisingly, but not shocked.
Another short throw in, and this time the umpire blows the whistle for another free kick from the stoppage. This time it's going Leongatha's way. Will it be the ruckman? It is Sheridan. So Jack Sheridan wins a free kick from that stoppage. His man on the mark is right on 50. So all the numbers are flooded back for the Lions. Lamers presents, and then a high kick. Jack Hugh might fly a couple deep. Heppel in the front spot. Talonbrill's there, tackled by Harms, quickly squirts out. There's Jacob Wood. We're going to whistle though. Umpire said it will be my ball before Jacob Wood was about to release out of the stoppage. Margin's at 48 points. This is 1v3, 1v4. Two top sides. Drew got tackled quickly and dumped after the whistle. That'll be a free kick.
No need for it.
No, there's no need for that for the big ruckman. That took a little while for the message to get from the thought process to the head. And maybe none of the head was actually used in that thought process, because that was a silly free kick, and Kim Drew will go back and have a shot on goal for the Parrots. Pop.
So from inside the forward 50, he'll kick this, and he's a quality player. I know the conditions are somewhat tricky given it's wet and slippery, but with no pressure and from 45 metres out in the slightest of angles, Drew should drill this off the boot. He's pushed it right and it's fell short, both of those things. So good mark, last line of defence. Scott Van Dyke clears the area out for Van Dyke to have some room to move, and he uses that room. all of it, 10 metres, and kicks 50. Who can he find? He went looking for Pepper, but Marriott blocked his path and was in his way when he marked. And just short of right half forward flank, short leg, nicely done. The lead was Jack Hume. He'll run to his right. He wants to, and there he goes now. Now he runs to his right to within 52. Wasn't the greatest kick you've seen. Wasn't even in the top 10. Ooh. Goes over the boundary line, or does it? Play on is the call. Play on is the call. Still the call. What's gone on there? Garnham's got the kick. Hang on. He's got the goal. Wait a minute. There's confusion everywhere. Guess what? Same boundary umpire, different side. Yep. Goal umpire, boundary umpire, field umpire. Having discussion. So rock, paper, scissors. I think
they're calling it as a throw-in.
Boundary throw-in.
Out of bounds.
Well, excuse my call because I had no idea what was going on, but I feel okay because all three umpires didn't know either. Boundary throw-in, Scud.
48 points is the margin, 5 minutes into the quarter. It's been a slow start to the quarter compared to the last. So boundary throw-in. Ball gets to the back. Brewer was there, instantly tackled. No room to move. Umpire again goes play on and still lets it go a long, long time. And now we've got a stoppage, top of the square for Leongatha. Waste no time. Sheridan does the ruck duty with Prowse. Out the back, working hard was Kim Drew. Strong, strong tackle from James Harms. He's done everything this afternoon. He's kicked 3. Plenty of touches. Prowse taps it down. Heppel tries to run onto it. Shields on the bottom of the pack. Woodall, Grathers. Oh, nice little blind turn. Gave it across to Baldy. Outlet kick though. Numbers favour Leongatha. Grabham Andrews' kick just blazed away and it goes out the back on the fat side. And Scagliarini takes the grab and they spread quickly to the Lions. Kelty will take a mark on the wing. He'll look up. He's got to get a long penetrating kick because Darcy's on his own. Does it get to him? It does, but not quite on the fall. It skids across and Westaway in the end just knew exactly the length of Kelty's kick to defend that one. And it goes over for a boundary throw-in.
So it's unfortunate for Leongatha. They were set up well behind the ball there, but it was just that forward entry that went off the instep of the kicker and opened the door for Moe, and they barged through. As the ball now thrown back in, out of side, 50 metres from Moe's goals. Nicely done. First player there was Mullane. Spills out now, spits outside the forward 50. All three Woods, I think, at the bottom of the pack. But he's taken the legs of his opposition player. In fact, it was Brock Smith, was it? Yep. That gives the free kick, and it goes the way of Phillips, who on the outer side of the ground will send the Parrots forward.
50. Another 50
metre penalty too.
Against Brock Smith as well.
Is that our fourth one for the afternoon?
Yeah, it's a few. And I think it's most of them have been because of lip, because of the voice they've been giving back to the umpires. So Phillips now, he gets transferred to half forward. It's a crowded forward line for the Parrots to work into. He rolls and then delivers a left foot dart, although dropping the mark back there on that occasion was Jack Hume. And now the numbers favour the Lions. Makepeace gave it across to Harms. Inboard handball to Mullane. It was just a little bit too far for him. On skates, Finn Donoghue was. Now the handball squirts out. Maslin has to fight hard. Gives a handball over the shoulder to Jacob Wood. One tap, two taps. Woody under pressure. Left foot kick to Kelty direction. Donoghue can't quite complete the mark. Does well in the end, does Donoghue. And then umpire says it will be my ball, ball it up right in front of us. Rain coming down here at Terry Hunter Oval in Traralgon. 48 points is the margin, and we've gone 8 minutes in.
So Prowse beaten to the ball on that occasion. His second effort was pretty good. Nicely done though by Sheridan. Tried to find a teammate. Marriott chases the ball down. Kick off the ground it was from Scagliarini, and eventually it goes now through Ty Hall towards the outer side of the field. Nicely done. It's Van Dyke v Jack Hume. The race is on. The boundary might come into play. No, they use their body. No one wants to pick it up.
Free kick.
In the end, a free kick's going to go the way of Moe, and it's going to go the way of Van Dyke, who eventually gets hands on the ball. Half forward flank now to Taj Eden. It's pretty sloppy out there, and you could probably hear it in my call. But, geez, they just can't get a handle on this ball since the rains came down, and the umpire will, pay another free kick?
What a dangerous tackle.
Just another free kick.
Oh, there's been plenty out there. And the recipient will be Miles Paholke.
Drives it in towards Declan Kelty. Well, there's a clean set of hands. He rolls and goes. One-on-one in the forward line. Pepper and Harry. Drops just at the toes there of Pepper. And Harry pushes it over for a boundary throw-in. Gee, Declan Kelty's playing with a dry footy box.
So what do you do now, though, Scud? I know that he is playing well. What happens now? We've borrowed the ground from Traralgon. They're both sides. You've got to turn the lights on. So who pays that bill?
Well, Traralgon do. Little kick out of the contest there. Harry's back there. Pepper keeps his feet. Donahue fights hard. Slaps it towards the boundary line and the goals. And the umpire said that's okay. It's a minor score.
Taking Moe to 15-3-93. It's a 49-point lead over Leongatha, who are on their half-time score of 6-8-44.
I love the way Nick does special comments. We've had a description of a hot dog being eaten. We're worried about who pays for the lights being on. I've got no idea what's happening out in the field as far as contests are concerned.
It's all thanks to Metricon Holmes here. His boxer quick kick from the stoppage from Baldy is errant. And it's a minor score. The margin now at to 50 points. That is on your McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Get one of 6 cups free with a FIFA World Cup meal at Macca's.
Yeah, you see Beckham just keeps on getting the wrong cup.
He does, yes.
It's so funny.
It is interesting with Boxer's question, though. Maybe they don't know where the switch is.
Or maybe they're not turning it on.
Or maybe Traralgon, who are here overseeing it, just aren't turning it on.
The instructions are, do not turn them on.
Yep, we can't see a thing.
Hence why I said it, because I can't say
Shields goes back inside forward 50 again. A big spoil from west away, finds the boundary and finds the touch. Boundary throw in.
You both, and be able to see and call the game, give the listeners everything they need to know, blow by blow, even though that you're not getting the names right. At least let them know that we're still here.
Still here, ready to go.
Rain tumbling down here in Traralgon. Tap down. Dangerous spot for the Parrots. Handball from Harry. Under pressure. He's going to go fight for it again. A squeezing handball looking for Baldy. He slips over. They dive on top of him. And it squirts out the back. Little quick kick this time. Well, that was from Dykstra. And it got touched on the line. It's another minor score.
15-5-95. 51 points ahead of Leongatha. 6-8-44. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
So as Maskell brings the ball back into play and a free kick
over the shoulder.
Teammate. You'll see that's Phillips. How many did Paholke have to kick today to join?
6.
He had to kick 6. He's kicked 4 in the second quarter, but hasn't been cited much in this quarter. So the pressure will start to build for him to join an elite group as Argento for Leongatha towards the left half forward flank. Nicely done. Talon Brill turns, Burns, kicks long. Inside forward 50. They've been breaking down here a lot during the day. Play on's the call. 40 metres from the Parrots' goals. Kicking to the right of radio, Jack Hume.
People in the cars are giving everyone the hint. Maybe we need lights.
Yeah, well, that's an idea. Those around the ground tuning in on TRFM might just be able to turn their lights on and give the hint that we want the lights on here at Terry Hunter.
They're all turning them on now.
There we go. Beautiful to see. Jacob Wood has it on the outer side.
All 3 of them.
He comes back inboard. There's plenty more now. It goes to Raymond. Raymond's wobbly kick to centre half forward. Here's Paholke. Good pick up off the deck. Gathers it. Good tackle by Sovereign holding the footy. And Paholke said, that's not holding the footy. And look at him on the outer side. There are lights galore on every single car here at Terry Hunter Oval because, there we go, bit of a flash on the left and the right. Sovereign drives it to the outer side. We can't see a thing on that outer side. It's a long way from the commentary box. The Lions have it through Kelty. A forward handball down to Belfer. A left foot kick, chiseling one. And can find Paholke. The rain continues to come down. 10 minutes, make it 9 minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's. And the Lions, well, they still lead it. 51 points is the margin. The only goal scorer in the quarter was James Harms. That was back at the 50 seconds into this third quarter.
And when you've got form like this too for Paholke, he's definitely got a massive chance here, even though the conditions are getting really, really tricky. He's a big chance here to kick his 5th of the afternoon.
So Miles Paholke, slightish angle, 45 metres, on its way. He's pushed it across to the left, just snuck it in the field, in the goals. And the points for a minor score.
And that's 4 behinds in a row to Moe, taking him to 15-6-96. They lead by 52 points. Leongatha 6-8-44. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
They kicked 14 goals, 2 in the first half, and now they've
kicked 1 goal, 4.
Yes,
unbelievable, isn't it? We've seen a bit of that in recent weeks in Gippsland. Ball spills back in. Kick off the half-back line by Leongatha's Sovereign. The race is on. Moe lead that race just momentarily. Prowse loses his footing just as he needed some steady feet. And now it's provided, and now it's a 50-50 contest. Another quick kick forward, this time from Heppel, gathers all of 40 metres. And they're inside their forward 50 now, the Leongatha side, but only momentarily. You'd think this ball might spit out of the defensive area, but the pressure remains. A quick kick by Eden around the corner will probably find the boundary line here after a good spoil from Bradley. So around about left half forward flank, kicking to the right of Radio, Leongatha trailing, wait for it, by 52 points. And we've played 9 minutes of this third quarter.
Boxer, looks like a move has been made from Leongatha with Jack Hume spending a bit more time forward.
They needed something down forward, especially across half forward. They were really falling down there, but there's Declan Kelty with a great mark.
Harms kicked it to him. Kelty got over the back. There's Paholke working hard, back with the flight.
And they just double back, Scud. They just really worked hard. As soon as they knew they had momentum forward, they all swarmed forward, but Paholke, just his pace. He knows where the goals are. He's so dangerous, and he made great position to get inside 50. Kelty's mark was great. Only a chest mark was still a great contested mark. And turn and go.
The message is getting through, thanks to those on the outer side with their lights. The lights are now coming on here at Terry Hunter Oval.
What do we do up here? Because I need to turn the down lights up here. We can't see anything.
All right, Miles Paholke on the outer side now. He's got 4 this afternoon. On its way and can't get it coming back from right to left. Another behind.
15-7-97 Moe. They lead by 53 points. Leongatha 6-8-44 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, and that's the 16-minute mark of this quarter.
Well, the lights have come on, and we've turned the lights on the room. That was a good move there, Scud, man.
Thank you very much. Maskell goes short.
Sometimes you just amaze me.
Finds Island. Can't see the sponsors' credits anymore. However, that's okay. We can see the players as Island will kick high towards the grandstand side. Garnham over the back. One grab couldn't get it. Heppel with a quick kick from the stoppage. He'll want the boundary line. He gets a little bit of a skid. Harms is going to try and keep it in. No, he's not. Lamus tackles him and puts him over. We've got a boundary throw in right in front of us. 10.5 minutes in.
Add 6 minutes because when we touched the clock.
Okay, 6 minutes, 16 minutes gone into this quarter. 17 make it.
When we touched the clock before it stopped it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he touched the clock.
Yep.
No, it's all right. We've got a boundary throw in right in front of us. As Sovereign with the tap down. Harms is there. Got the footy, lost the footy. Umpire said play on. Heppel's going to ask the question of the umpire. Tough conditions, really slippery now. And heavy. It's going to be a long way back with the margin sits at 53 points, Pop.
All right. The play right in front of our Gippsland Live commentary position. Nick Lucino, Daryl Cooling, Paul Carter. Yours truly. Ball thrown back in. Nicely done. Nowhere to move just at the moment. Prowse fights hard. Ground level he's taken just as quickly though by Sheridan. And there'll be a ball up just short of right half forward flank. Leongatha trying to find a way to edge closer. You'd think the win is out of their hands, but stranger things have happened. Quick kick forward by Skagler Liarini. I'm going to have trouble with that all day. Just glad he doesn't play on the same side as that bloke from Bensdale. Here we go, right half forward flank. Nicely done. Coming through Eden. Quick kick forward, nicely done again. Scagliarini.
Call him Skags.
Came off the tongue beautifully that time. Goes inside forward 50, Leongatha do, but punch forward. Here we go, Marriott. It's bread and butter for him. He's done it 1,000,000 times.
Yep. And one.
And there's 1,000,001. Nicely done by Leongatha. Some hard work to get that result, but it certainly won't be given back because Leongatha need every single score they can grab.
Just a good goal on turnover then too for the Parrots. It just needed it. The ball inside 50. I think they'll probably get their head around the fact that you couldn't call him Skaglerini.
Oh, I still can't.
But Skaggs could probably work as well, Poppy. But
thank you, mate.
Yeah, a much needed goal. Good to see the lights are on here at the ground as well. But great to see great support from our headlight people as well.
And that's Leongatha's first score for the quarter. It's come at the 19-minute mark, and it's 7-8-50 Leongatha, trailing Moe 15-7-97.
Back to the middle they go. Sheridan with a tap down. Drew was there, so was Baldy. Goes to ground. Heppel wraps him up. Umpire says it will be my ball.
Scud in the AFL. Adelaide continue on their merry way thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. 11-13-79. It's full time. They defeat Melbourne 9-8-62.
Kim Drew wins that one. Kicks it to half forward. Eden put one hand down. Did well. Goes backwards to Harms. Harms' right foot kick towards half forward. Little John fights with Dykstra, who gives a handle off to Belfer. Now he kicks to open space. Darcy slides, can't take the chest mark. Ground level, little tap out was neat. And Sheridan closed in on Miles Paholke. Umpire's letting it go a long time. Now he calls my ball. Geez, when they go, don't they, the Lions?
Yeah, they do, but I just feel as though they're going through the motions at the moment. They've got this game wrapped up, and they'll do what they need to do. And, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what positional, if any, changes are made. You know, do you start to protect some of your more important players? Is it important that Harms is out there now? Is it important Kelty's out there now? You know, you got nothing to gain.
All right, so free kick has been paid.
It's just for holding the man inside 50, 30 metres out.
It is going to Alex Dykstra. So Dykstra directly in front. They currently lead it by 47 points. On its way, he's pushed it off to the left. Although it's just snuck in. Didn't quite push it enough. The umpire moved a long, long way off the centre. And Alex Dykstra gets his second of the afternoon now.
That's off the back of that really hard work you talked about, getting that ball inside 50. And you're right, Pop, they probably are going through the motions as well, because we've seen that through their goal kicking this quarter as well. Even though the rain is coming down, they were gettable goals that they missed. Just to get that one back on the board, just to respond back from Leongatha. I could just see this game really opening even further than what we have now. And this could be a massive blowout, which we've never seen for a long time when it comes to Leongatha.
Moe leading by 53 points.
Prowse v Sheridan. Sheridan gets the tap and then tries to do a backhander towards the advantage of his teammate. Play under the core. A free kick was called, but Belfer inside 50. Off the hands. Is it Paholke?
Yep.
A kick around the border. Don't tell me if he hasn't already sealed up the Zambrero goal of the day. I reckon he's got first and second.
He's got first and
More
second.
importantly, I reckon he's got a handful of goals, which makes 5, and he needs 6 to join some of the elites of the competition.
What we should do with the Zambrero voucher, just rip it in half, just tell him he's won 2.
Yes.
Because there's no one going to take both of those goals away from Paholke. And just a great roving goal. He just read it beautifully. Just his pace when he hits it at top pace. And you haven't got a chance with the defence of that.
Now it's a 59-point lead to Moe. We're at the 22-minute mark of the third quarter, and the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard has the Lions 17-7, 109, leading Leongatha 7-8-50.
So back again in the middle. We're still in the third quarter for McDonald's. Good big tap down there was from Prowse. Belfer shuffled it between his legs. Hall jumps on top of Belfer, and we'll have a ball up. Rain continuing to fall now here in Traralgon. It's going to be very, very tough conditions to finish off this round 10. Sheridan with a tap down in the middle of the ground. Humes there. Had it, lost it because Baldy got to the middle of it.
I think Leongatha have moved away from that tag now with Drew, letting him play his own game, because at the moment Harms is doing whatever he wants, but Drew's nowhere near him at the minute too. I think they just need a bit more firepower from the midfield of Leongatha.
Sheridan tap. There is Drew. The 2 number 10s, Baldy. Wrapping him up. And we'll do it again. Haven't moved too far from that centre circle. Sheridan, this time taps to the middle of the ground. Marriott's there. Handball to Harding, just missed him. Harms has him, lost the footy. Harms grabs the footy. And now he fights hard. A little soccer off the ground, doesn't go too far. Drew with a quick kick. A barreling one inside forward 50. Talonbrell drops the chest mark. Eden's there, slides on the ground. Now Makepeace is under pressure. He goes to ground, and we'll have another stoppage. So we've travelled 23 and a half minutes into this third quarter for McDonald's. And another whistle and another free kick. 59 points is the margin. And Prowse has the free kick. He'll have an exit kick to that man, James Harms.
Been pretty good, Harms. Probably best man on ground or close to, as he plays on from the left half-back flank. Along the line, goes searching for Kelty. Outnumbered 2-1. Guess what? He beat 2 opponents and then gathered 30 metres, courtesy of a nice kick. Paholke comes through, front of the pack. Can he get a handle on it? Not quite. Yes, he can. Can do what most can't. Handball looking for Darcy. Couldn't find that player. Ball deep in their forward line now, easing the pressure for Leongatha's defence and getting it out of that defensive area, but only momentarily as Baldy goes back in. Can he find Paholke? This time he can't. 30 metres now from Moe's goals. There's a dozen players around the ball and she's pretty messy. No clear possession. Just waiting for the umpire to clean this one out, and I think some of the players were too. A quick kick forward, punch from Harms, spills towards the half back line for Leongatha now before the umpire eventually comes in and takes control. But the last 60 seconds, there was nothing to speak of.
Poppy, we've got a great game down at East Gippsland at the moment. Very tight game. Traralgon 6-10-46. They lead Bairnsdale 6-8-44.
Keep us up to date with those. Another boundary throw in here. We've travelled 25 minutes into the third quarter, and the margin is at 59 points. They've kicked Moe, that is, 3-1 in the quarter to extend the margin from half-time. Harms from the stoppage has been enormous this afternoon. High kick inside forward 50. Kelty becomes the spoiler. It's a foot race. Miles Paholke, we know, has got some wheels. Gathers it, turns, lowers the eyes. There's no leading target there. Pepper was just caught behind Jackson Harry, but he has found the boundary line for touch. We've got a boundary throw in.
Just before two, Scud, Fraser Phillips come off for Leongatha, which I couldn't tell what the injury was. He was given too many grimaces in too many parts of his body, but he's come off the interchange and gone straight up the race as well, so his afternoon could be done.
Well, that's not what you want to hear. Sovereign from that clearance, kicks to the outer side. Hall slips over and now allows Woodall, gives a handball forward. They attack on the outer side again to the lines. They are relentless. Umpire says it will be my ball, a ball up, just outside the 50. It's a long way from our commentary box here at Terry Hunter Oval, but Sheridan taps it down. Working hard at ground level there was Harding, socket from Baldy. Goes backwards. That was a high kick from Woodall to send Moe back inside their forward 50. The big pack forms. No one can mark it. Baldy's there. He'll screw it back, but he ran out of room. It's a boundary throw in. On the outer side of the ground. We've travelled now 26 and a half minutes into this third quarter.
And our other game in South Gippsland this afternoon in the Gippsland League, it's Wonthaggi 9-8-62. They lead Morwell 3-7-25, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland.
All right, ball thrown back in. Darcy, big thump over the back of the head. Pepper grabbed ball. He grabbed just as quickly, and a free kick was paid for dropping the ball. So Leongatha will get themselves out of trouble. And they've been in trouble for most of this game. And that's evidenced on the scoreboard. That's now sprung out to 59-point margin. Sheridan clears the area, or intends to.
Out of bounds on the full, I think.
Out of bounds on the full. Wow.
So if Paul Carter's running out of space for free kicks, but is there a bit of an update on what the free kick tally is at the moment?
Plenty. Well, he had that up.
Another 14 this quarter.
So it's been, must be up close to 55.
Gee whiz. That's a lot, isn't it? It is a lot.
And she's been tight and tough, but
yeah,
you know, maybe 10% of those could have been taken away, maybe 20%.
46.
46, wow.
Boundary throw in. Sheridan at the back. Sovereign was there to rove it and then clear the area. Maskell was in the front spot. Ty Hall got quickly wrapped up in the tackle. Little tap forward from Maskell, and Hall again work wonders. There's a free kick's going to go Leongatha's way in Cade Maskell on the outer side. Another one. Defensive 50 now for the Parrots. He'll kick it over the top, looking for Heppel. Couldn't quite get there. It was a good spoil. Squirts out the back. Left it behind was Maslin. Forward to the footy. Marriott will soccer it off the ground. Shields is back there in a foot race with Talonbrell. He gathers it, does Shields. A high kick, clearing kick. Can he keep it in the field of play? Eden can't complete the mark. Play on, said the umpire. They crash in. Ball still in dispute on the outer side. Handball forward comes from Marriott. Little quick kick there was from Murfitt. Baldy's back there to help. He'll soccer it off the ground and get it back towards the wing area. Head down there was Dykstra. Prowse, Baldy got low. Ball ricochets off a knee and goes towards the boundary. There's Baldy again. A right foot kick high. That's not going to stay in the field of play. That's going out of bounds on the full. And Will Littlejohn will be the player on the outer side. Margin currently sits at 59.
I'm glad you're calling that, Scud, because I'm having trouble seeing over the other side of the ground, to be honest. She's a long way away and she's pretty dark.
These binoculars do help, Pop.
Yeah, they do.
Do you want to try them?
No.
Do you want me to keep going there?
You keep going. I'll call it when they're nice and close.
So Littlejohn, you have a bit of a rest.
He's tired.
Littlejohn kicks it down. There's a nice chest mark. That was by Marriott. He's going to wheel and go. He goes to a leading target, although that target is not his teammate. It's Scotty Van Dyke.
Oof.
His kick came off the toe. Ty Hall gathers it. He'll handball. Maybe not the conditions to do so. Coughed it up. Oh, it's a comedy of errors at the moment. Miles Paholke has it. A sweeping handball out wide now to Belfer. It's on the near side. Over to you, Pop.
All right, so Moe, who's that player? Nicely done. Mullane's the player. Left half forward flank. Kick inside forward 50. 1v1. Leongatha. Nicely done. Marriott cut it off. Stood tall in the tackle. And he stood tall long enough for him to cause a umpire stoppage. 30 metres from goals. Quick kick off the ground, missed. Another one. Geez, it's sloppy out there at the moment. Belfer for Moe would be the first player there. He's just thrown off the ball. He wasn't anywhere near it. Ball threw him off, and he gave away the free kick. So Belfer from the left half forward flank. With not long to go in this third quarter, you wouldn't have thought. Not a lot of goals kicked, 30 minutes played. Within 15 metres of Moe's goals, there's a group of players around. Here's Paholke again. No way, no how. Is it?
It's Harms.
Is it Harms? Harms around the body. You saw the 2. It wasn't the 12, it was the 22. And Harms has done it again. He's a ripper.
He's been sensational this afternoon. And even with the tag that he had with Drew, we would have thought that would have been a lot more closer. But I think he strides off the fact that he has got close attention because his work rate's so big and so I don't know, disciplined. He just knows what to do, and he makes his opponent work hard. I just love the way Moe go about it. They could have actually really backed it off, but their pressure at the player, and they do it in numbers, so they're able to win the contest when it's 2-on-1 and push that ball forward. And again, you can see just go inside 50 and made the Parrots pay for it again.
And it's a 65-point lead to Moe, and it's the 30-minute mark of the second quarter, and that's on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Well, James Harms is having some sort of afternoon. Mullane out of the stoppage. A bit of a don't argue. Then a kick forward. Kelty's the target. Good mark. No, not paid there to Ireland. Ground level was Grabham Andrews. Ireland grabs it again and clears it out. And it's out the outer side where Harding has all the space in the world for the Leongatha side. He can gather it, have a look, assess his option, and he can find a target on the outer side is Jack Hume. He rolls and goes onto the right foot. And the target, Garnham. Gets there on the hop. Handball over the shoulder. Now there'll be a free kick for a leg. Well, holding of the leg. Siren sounded for the third quarter. What a quarter it was. Another one from the Lions. They kicked 4-1 for the quarter with a shot coming from Jensen Garnham. The margin is currently 65 points. And Jensen Garnham will have a shot, right? Probably about 45 metres, the extreme tight angle. He's over the boundary line as we speak. With rain falling, on three-quarter time, it's on its way. It's not going to make the distance, in fact, and it is spoiled away. No score. And Moe continue on their winning ways at the moment. It's a match, well, it's a match high, and it's a winning margin you suspect. 18 goals, 7, 115, Moe. To Leongatha, 7-8-50 at three-quarter time. It is Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's great to have your company. We've got one to go. And this Moe side are absolutely flying at the moment. Thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy. That's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue Home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League. Visit Electel after the final sign.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce. It just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay. A kick around the body. Can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed. And that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Jai Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Ho, 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 classic.
Yes, welcome back to Terry Hunter Oval in Traralgon. Absolutely teeming down. Has not let up, and there are puddles starting to form around this oval at the moment, but it is all one-way traffic. Moe 18,715, Leongatha 7,850. Paul Carter, we'll get to some key stats in a moment because this final quarter, thanks to Harvey Norman Computers, is about to get underway with the 2 ruckmen going at it again. Sheridan with a tap down. Missed soccer off the ground from Heppel. Allowed Baldy to get it, kick it a half forward. Dropping the mark on the outer side was Dykstra. He dives after it again. The ball bobbles out. Marriott was there. Wood goes the other direction. Shuffles it forward. Little quick kick that time from Scaglierini. Declan Celtic is a handball. It's tight, it's tough. There's lots of numbers around it, and the umpire will ball it up.
Good news for the Parrots, though, too. Young Phillips is back on the ground. It looks like he had his knee taped up there, and not too serious for him at the minute.
Sheridan with a tap down. Soccer off the ground was from Marriott. Got to the wing area. Woodall gives it back to Brock Smith. Barreling kick to half forward area. Although taking the mark there was Harding. Goes short. Harms comes with a spoil on Marriott. Marriott taps it over the boundary line right in front of us. Rob Popplestone will take over from here in a perfect spot.
I will too. Thank you for that. Harm's doing some good work. So as well as working hard to get easy possessions, he's not afraid to put his body on the line and contest the hard ball as well. Ball thrown back in front of our Gippsland live commentary position, so you can back yourself that this commentary is going to be spot on. A quick handball forward. Nicely done. A kick from Harding. Gathers all of 25 metres towards their half-forward flank. Handball to Baldy. He spilt what probably he should have taken, but you forgive him in these conditions. There'll be a boundary throw-in.
Don't you just love the kids in front of us? Right, the only ones out in the rain are probably, how old would they be?
They'd be 4.
Yep, if that.
If that.
Loving the puddles.
Yeah. Each wearing gumboots, each carrying a footy, got their raincoats on. This is as good as it gets.
Harms kicks it to Darcy, who will roll and go and drive it inside forward 50. It's a one-on-one battle. Back there, Sovereign does well on this occasion. Goes to ground, though. And not going anywhere there was Jacob Wood, because Grubham Andrews wrapped him up.
We should tell those kids too that it is actually as good as it gets.
Yeah, exactly
it
right.
It's tougher from here on in.
Handball squirts out. Good tackle there was from by Baldy. Belfer does well. A quick kick there was from Marriott. Clears the area, maybe only momentarily. Ty Hall taps it to himself. Woodall's there for company. Good body work from the youngster in Max Woodall. Gives it to Harms. Just one-handed if you don't mind. Gave it to Mullane. Goes inside. Kelty might be the target. Here's Paholke. No, it skips over the back of the head. Pepper's there. Where's the footy? No one knows where it is. Little kick. Goes out Leongatha's way. Kick around the body there was from Harding. Marriott will stand underneath it. Can't complete the mark. Baldy with one-hand take. Stands up in the tackle. Drives it back in direction of Pepper. Can't complete the mark. Sheridan socketed off the ground. Picked up by Jacob Wood. And a flying shot on goal. Misses everything out of bounds on the full.
What's been fantastic with the forward pressure from the Lions is the efforts of Harry Pepper. You don't get to see very often. When you do see him and the reward comes, it's just well done to Harry.
Island on the outer side goes to Little John. It's going in the wrong direction for you, Rob Popplestone.
It is, yeah.
So Will Littlejohn, little chip over the top. He's got one free. It gets there. Be able to play on there with Sovereign. Sovereign's kick to the outer side. Has found. Talonbrill comes back inboard to Marriott. Half-back flank now for the Parrots. It's a long way home from here. As Marriott drives it down, goes through the hands of Garnham. Big punch from behind. Argento was front and square. Good strong tackle from Shields. On the outer side, umpire will say, let's ball it up.
Still quick around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gips, and it's now the Gippsland League. Bairnsdale 6-8-44. They trail Traralgon 7-11-53 and Wonthaggi 9-8-62 to Maul 3-8-26.
Ball still on the outer side of the ground.
So I'll do a score update. Moe 18-7-115, Leongatha 7-8-50. I guess the question is, can Moe keep Leongatha better than 10 goals in arrears of them? Because it wouldn't have happened too many times in the last decade, if at all. And it's going to be hard for them to work their way back into this game.
Van Dyke's kick was smothered. Heppel now gets it, goes forward, lands in the hands there of Jensen Garnham, plays on and puts it through, does he? He does. Doesn't really celebrate too much. That's a good goal in the end. It might have even been goal. On any other day. It's probably a Zambrero goal that they contended to Jensen Garnham. He's got 3. However, there's a guy called Miles Paholke that's kicked probably 3 of them. Yeah,
I dare say he would have been too. And lucky he did kick it because he had a teammate right beside him that was probably in a better position from an angle point of view to kick the goal. But it was a nice little finish there too. And I think the rain, without being too disrespectful to Leongatha, has probably helped them not getting really plummeted here by the Lions this afternoon. So a much needed goal for now.
Moe lead by 59 points. On the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 18-7-115. Leongatha, the third scorer of the quarter, 8-8-56.
There's a fair bit of residue around now. All back to the centre. You had to be listening early at home to understand that joke. Trent Baldy clears the centre area towards the half-forward flank, bounces over the head of Kelty, races on. Moe lead the race with numbers. They won't beat the boundary line, though. Dykstra tried his best to keep the ball in play but couldn't. The rain continues to fall, and heavily, if you don't mind. The margin inside 10 goals, but only by a solitary point. As Taj Eden prepares to come back on with the big fella himself in Nick Prowse. Meanwhile, the brother Chris contests the ruck. Kick around the body by James Harms to within 20 metres of goals. Kelty head over the ball. Tackled nicely. Umpire, holding the ball. Free kick goes the way of Patrick Island, who will go towards the outer side, which means I pass over to my mate Scud.
Couldn't quite find the target on the kick. Ball in dispute on the outer side. Little toe poke there from Maslin. Moe got some numbers. Shields does really well. Gives it to Baldy. Baldy goes inside the forward 50. Can't complete the mark out there was Darcy. A kick around the body. Does he keep it in the field of play? Coming in like a steam train was Miles Paholke, but it's a good mark in the end by Jacob Wood. I thought Paholke may have just given away a free kick there. He impeded on the defender in Grabham Andrews, but it was a bit of a bang-bang situation at the same time that Jacob Wood took the grab. So Leongatha get the first of the final quarter, all thanks to Harvey Norman Computers. Moe looked to get one back straight away. Jacob Wood comes in. Umpire pushes across to the right-hand side, so he's given a bit of a tug, and it's a minor score. Up to 30% off Windows 11 computers now on at Harvey Norman's half-yearly clearance sale.
Moe 18-8, 116, 10 straight goals in front of Leongatha were 8-8-56.
Ball back into play. Spills at ground level. Baldy kick off the ground, 30 metres. The race is on. Who leads the race? The pace is needed. Pepper, handballs inboard. Nice kick, left side. Across the face of goal. It's going to be marked by Moe. They're only metres from their goals. Leongatha stand tall. They do it well and they clear the area.
They do. There's a whistle. It's going to go back to where the footy was, near close to the boundary line. So
we've got some serious rain here. This is out of control.
Yeah.
Darcy's got the free kick. I think you'll find it is extremely difficult to see. It's that dark out there.
I'm really interested to see Nick go and present the goal of the day.
I can tell you there's two things that are going to happen. That ain't going to happen.
Plays on, kicks around the body and puts it through. That is a good goal. That is a Zambrero goal that I contended to Riley Darcy. And Darcy, he's got three.
They've persevered this quarter as well, the Lions. They've had the ball inside their forward 50 now for a majority of this quarter, and just to get that bit of reward for effort. And they had to do it hard because of the conditions right now. It is absolutely peeing down, isn't it? So tough conditions for all players.
And the margin, 66 points, 8-minute mark of the final quarter, 19-8, 122 Moe, leading Leongatha 8-8-56.
Poppy, ball back in the middle. This is your time to shine.
It is indeed. Hardy v Prowse. And it's Hardy. Great big left-handed swipe at the ball. Nicely done, Sheridan. Was that Sheridan that thumped it out?
Yeah.
Gee, that should have been one of the easy ones too.
Sheridan's the ruck.
The ruckman.
So, Belf on that left leg, straight down the corridor. Prowse.
Free kick.
Well, free kick for over the shoulder. Nick Prowse, centre half forward, looks up. There's plenty of movement. Darcy's the target. It won't make that distance, but front for Paholke provides the contest too high. Leongatha free kick again.
It's going to Heppel. He's going to come to the near side. Target will be Sheridan. Prowse is there for company. Good grab by Sheridan. Take the mark at half back. He's got one on the wing area. That is Harding. Rob Popplestone. No, it's Kim Drew. Way you go.
Thank you. Jeez. Kim Drew runs on the grandstand wing, kicks down the corridor. The easiest of marks is taken by Scott Van Dyke. Steady always, steady today against great opposition. Plays on quickly. Nicely done. Jacob Belfour. Left kick. Prowse one hand up. Not good enough. Now it's Drew, left leg, inside forward 50. Gives it up and gives it back to Shields. So Shields, right half-back flank. Thought about going left, but we'll go along the line, the safe option. In fact, he goes short. Can he get over the top? Well, he tried to get over the top of Argento to find his teammate in Mullane. Couldn't do so. Now we've got a contest between half a dozen players. It spills out. Quick kick by Heppel. Gathers 20 metres before it's cleared by Shields again. And the rain and slippery conditions does some of the work as it spills 20 or 30 metres. Quick kick by Brill towards the right half forward flank. The race is on, 1v1.
Yeah, on the outer side, so it's my turn to go, Pop. Over the handball, showed over the shoulder, was from Garnham. Quick kick from Donahue. Goes into the forward line, but out of bounds on the full. And the free kick will go Moe's way.
You just probably want to win this quarter, don't you, Leongatha? If you're Leongatha Scud.
I was going to ask, what do you get out of this? It's tough conditions. It's away. It's they're getting done by 66 points at the moment. They're going to face each other potentially in a final, potentially.
And what's the win though? Because there's only a goal each so far for the quarter, isn't it?
Yep.
So it's one of those things where do you just say we just play the game out, write it off, and move on to the next game?
Maybe these are the sort of conditions Leongatha need to be competitive, because at the moment they're not in the same ballpark as Moe on a good day.
Nowhere near it.
Harms is fighting hard on the outer side. He's had a big day this afternoon for Gippsland MG. He might just be our player of the day. He's kicked 4 and he's had plenty of touches. Paul Carter, what's Harms up to?
29.
29 on a day like today.
But I always say, though, too, we said that about Traralgon when they bet Leongatha in that grand final. So everyone said it was Leongatha the whole way through. Remember the young Traralgon side a couple of years back? Well, 3 years now, isn't it?
That was in the rain as well, too, wasn't it, I think?
No, it was a nice dry day. It was at Moore, yeah, but everyone had written...
Traralgon knocked off Mafra in the rain. When Mafra went through that period, when they were absolutely dominant, those Eagles.
It can be done.
Yep, certainly can be. There's a long way to go before we get to there, though. And there's a long way of this game still to go. Ball's on the outer side. Got through the hands there of Prowse. Sheridan's there. The big fella just picked it up. Nicely done. Drove it in and a nice mark. It is from, I think it's Maskell who's gone forward. So Maskell, he is just in the front spot as a good forward should always be, especially on a day like today. He is the backman, though. So Cade Maskell, very tight angle. They trail by 66. It's 1 goal apiece in the final quarter for Harvey Norman Computers. And Cade Maskell runs around, tries to get a little bit of extra distance. Left foot kick, he's got good purchase on it. That is a very nice goal in the conditions. And I think the umpire wanted the review. He gave the old cricket review. And in the end, it's a goal to Cade Maskell.
I think, too, we do seem to forget, though, Scott, a very long time ago, Cade Maskell was a very dominant half forward for Leongatha before he found his niche down on the half back line. So that wasn't too scary for him, but it's been a while since he's done that. But what a kick in the conditions as well. So another nice little kick, nice little goal there for their second for the quarter.
13-minute mark of the final quarter on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard. Leongatha 9-8-62 and 10 straight goals behind Moe, who are 19-8-1-22.
Big moment, all thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Good night to grab a pot and palmer, I reckon. $25 under the dome. Beautiful conditions there.
Nothing wrong with that.
Bistro's back open 7 days a week. Remember, if you are driving through our region, you're in the car this afternoon and this evening, please take care of the roads. We want you to get to your destination nice and safe, so knock off 5Ks on your way home.
The ball back in the centre of Terry Hunter Oval. It will be Sheridan to do the ruck work against Prowse. So here we go.
Someone's going to get a boat.
Yeah.
I think Trent Baldy's about to come on and he wants a boat.
Nice tackle by Prowse. Harding got a quick kick away, gathered only 5 or 6 yards, but every yard in these conditions seems to help. They tap it forward again. Brill on the end of it. On hands and knees, he claws after the ball, can't get it. Will he get a second chance? He doesn't, but a quick kick from the pack by Kimmy Drew.
Gee whiz.
Makes it 2 within a minute.
That is
for the Leongatha side, and I'd have to say, it's a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day.
I think we're going to have to go to McDonald's for anyone that wants to get close to that one. No, what I'm saying...
Why would we go to McDonald's when it's a Zambrero goal of the day?
Well, we'll give him second prize, which could be McDonald's. Why would we do that?
54-point lead to Moe at the 14-minute mark of the final quarter, 19-8-1-22. That is on the Harvey Norman Computer scoreboard. Leongatha 10-8-68.
I'm not sure he knows how sponsors really work. Heppel from the middle. Gathers it, kicks it out. It was a Zambrero goal that I contend you, and you need to go to Zambrero's. A little kick off the ground from Harding to half forward. Ty Hall was there. Sorry, Pop, this is your area of the ground I'm calling. I just realised it's nice and close for us. Boundary throw in.
I'm still getting over Box's comment.
Oh, get over yourself, will you?
Of course, McDonald's are a good sponsor.
That's what I meant. I was just trying to actually...
It's okay. We love all our sponsors.
We do.
Ball thrown back into play.
Not sure about the commentators, eh?
No, for certain. Baldy's left leg smothered. Bounces back to within 20 metres of Leongatha's goals. They've got 2 in the last minute. Can they make it 3? Brill wants to put himself in contention. He can't. Hall swiped one down looking for the advantage of a teammate running past. Couldn't find that player. And it spills over the boundary line right in front of the scoreboard. Lit up in the darkness. That reads Moe 19-8-1-2-2. Leongatha 10-8-58. 68, I should say. I apologise.
From the stoppage, Leongatha get 3 in a row. Garnham does the ruck juice. Quick kick, though, from Harms. Clears the area. And they go back. Oh, nicely done. With the flight, Finn Donoghue just did not have a worry what was coming the other direction. There was arms going, that's 50. So I reckon Jacob Wood heard a whistle, and it would have been from the netball court, I reckon, and he's taken a step. And that has cost 50. Now, we've spoken about this a little bit. I don't know if the netball's still going, mind you.
No,
they might be finished. However,
netball finished.
There was definitely a whistle. There was definitely a whistle.
It didn't look like Jacob Wood turned around thinking that there was a whistle.
I heard a whistle.
He pointed towards the other umpire.
Maybe a Leongatha supporter's got a whistle in the crowd, even though there's another goal kicked. And that was from Finn O'Donoghue for the Parrots. They get 3 in a row in this final quarter.
And takes them to 11-8-74 with a margin now 48 points in Moe's favour. Moe 19-8-1-22. This is on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
Why would you step forward, Box? There's no reason to actually take a step. He's on the mark, he's standing, and he takes a step forward.
Hume was coming past for the handball, but there was no way he was going to give it, so there's no really reason. Yeah, there was definitely something there.
Yeah, you wait for the play on anyway.
Yeah.
All right, here we go again. Sheridan. Prowse, big tap forward. A nice breakaway from the centre is Leongatha going forward. Can they get 4 within 4 minutes? Geez, they're getting awfully close here. They're running the ball nicely within 20 metres of Leongatha's goals. Bowie break it away.
It's squirted onto the outer side, so Poppy's got no chance. Socket off the ground there was from Taj Eden. It gets to outside 50 now. The Parrots, though, they're going to belt it back in through Marriott. Ball now in dispute. It's a wobbly sort of kick. A little handball there comes from Murfitt. It gets towards Lamers. A little soccer off the ground. It goes towards the goal line. Shields is going to run it through and rush it for a minor score.
Bringing Moe's margin back to 47 points. They're 19-8-1-22. Leongatha go to 11-9-75 on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard.
Harms brings the ball back into play. Baldy leads the race from that delivery. Players finding it hard to keep their feet. They can be excused for doing so as Makepeace gets a kick around the body. Baldy comes through, meets the ball beautifully, kicks to a space really more than anything. Declan Kelty holds the ball in and he gets held himself at just short of right half forward flank. Thanks you, Scud. Ball thrown back in. Turn the light off in the room and makes things a bit easier. I'm looking at the reflection for Boxer for the last 10 minutes. Makes life harder than it needs to be. Free kick goes the way of Moe. Good tackle it was. Tackle was on Little John. And the free kick will go the way of Belfer. So on that left leg, plays on quickly. Down the corridor he goes. It's Leongatha front of the pack, though, that get the resultant mark. And they'll play on quickly through Sam Bradley.
So Bradley will kick it to the outer side. And the teammate out there was Argento. He's decided to sock it off the ground. He's got some company now and a little bit of support. And that support comes in the way of Littlejohn, who soccers it towards the boundary line. Finds the touch, and the umpire says, let's throw it in on the far side of the ground.
So is this that win, though, Scott? Now it's 4-1 so far, 18 minutes played. It's a little bit of a win for the Parrots for the quarter, but obviously you take nothing away from Moe, but they just need something to take away from the game.
It's half to half time, it's 5 goals each after half time as it stands at the moment, but they still trail by 47 points. Boundary throw-in on the outer side. Front spot there was Prowse. Well rove, nicely done by Mullane. He kicks it towards half forward, skids through. No one can complete the mark. Sliding down was Darcy. Little toe poke there was okay from Belfer. The second one not so good. Wood got low. Socket off the ground by Harding, comes to the near side.
All right, Harms leads the way. He's taken off the ball, shows a steadiness over the ball. Wood threads one through, gives ground. Nicely done. Van Dyke kicks. And he finds a teammate. He's got the option of 3 around about the half-forward flank. I thought there was a push in the back. Belfer taken, dispossessed. Dangerous tackle. He'll get the free kick. So a little left footer on the right half-forward flank. Feeds it off quickly. Nicely done to his teammate there in Maslin.
Good smother.
His kick forward was smothered and goes out of play. The work from Happer was good.
Just a quick round the grounds. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland in the AFL. The Giants taking on the Blues, and it's the Giants 2-5-17. They lead the Blues 1-6-12.
The earlier game, who won that one?
I did say before, Adelaide by 14 points.
Very good back here. And we've got some Gippsland League scores that you'll get us up to speed with very shortly as well. Prowse in the front spot. Taps it down. Head over the footy there was Kim Drew. Wrapped up by James Harms. They've had a good battle throughout the afternoon. Harms and Kim Drew nearly just hug each other. So we've still got a few minutes to go. Umpire gets us back underway. Prowse with the tap down again. Guess what? Drew tackled by Harms. Squirts out. Now Belfer swoops on it. Right foot kick around the body. Goes to the pocket. Spoil over the back there was from Jack Hume. Have we seen Fraser Phillips?
He's come. He was on the bench, but I don't think he's come back onto the ground just yet.
Injury concerns there for this Leongatha side. As you can hear through our effects mic, rain is absolutely belting down. Continues. Has not stopped since halfway through the
put those cranes below these new rooms here. Otherwise, there could be a little bit of stripe here, Popstar.
Yes.
They've lifted these rooms too, Box.
They have.
Gives a little bit of coverage. So Darcy will do the ruck duty inside their forward 50. He taps it down. Where are the Rovers? That is Kim Drew. Oh, he stepped around one and then got tripped. Darcy put his hand up and said, sorry. Kim Drew has the free kick for the Parrots. Deep in his defensive 50. He's had a good afternoon as well. Have they played on each other, Boxer? Is it Darcy? Is it Hume and Harms? Is it head-to-head?
There's no head-to-head anymore, Scud.
Yeah.
I said before, I think Mickey said at half-time, let's just play your own game. They just lost a little bit of drive from Drew having to cover Harms, and then Harms was actually had him around the ground at stoppages and in play as well. So the call was made just to go...
so who's won the battle?
Harms by a mile.
Harms by a mile. 22 minutes gone, final quarter. Marriott gets the clearance, 47 points they trail by the Parrots. Goes back towards Garner, one hand up. Head over the footy there, quick handball to Maslin. Little quick kick, got through the legs there of Marriott. He handballs on the outer side, but he's coughed it up as Raymond got it, and then there'll be a whistle. It's going to go Leongatha's way. And that, no, the umpire's pointed the wrong way, sorry. So it'll go Moe's way. And that is Scagliarini. He'll kick to the outer side. I'll continue for a moment, Pop. We'll try and get it on the near side. Darcy kicked it off the ground. Jacob Wood tries to work hard. Nicely done by Gento. Little scrubby little kick to the wing. Shields was clean off the ground. His kick to half forward. Mullane's the first one out there. It's close to the boundary line. He can gather it. Step inside. A good little don't argue. Then he slips over and he might be done. Mullane wasn't happy, but it was certainly there. And in these type of conditions...
I don't know how
you can see that. To be honest, you're doing a great job to be able to do what you're saying, but you could be saying anything.
Yeah, Maskell goes to Marriott, and Marriott comes to the near side where Jack Hume's got one over the top, but he gathers it, takes off. Poppy, here you go.
Jack Hume goes through the middle of Traralgon. Terry Hunter Oval finds, is it Finn Donahue, turns and turns and goes inside forward 50 before the umpire takes control again. Wasn't it close, was I?
No, you weren't.
I just cannot see. Oh, seriously, even on the good side. This is unbelievable.
It is treacherous conditions. Out the back of this stoppage was Van Dyke. Little push and a shove, and it goes to Donahue. He can't believe that he's missed from point-blank range. Oh, well, it's a minor score, and this game's still got a few minutes to go. Paul Carter.
11-10-76 Leongatha on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. 46 points in arrears of Moe, who are 19-8-122.
Well, we're getting to the moment where Boxer has to go out and present the award. And we want to do it in the rain.
You've got Buckley's chance of that happening. I'll give you the
I thought you dropped something else then.
You've got Buckley's chance.
Was that a B? Okay.
Yes.
Ball inside their forward 50 for the Parrots. Out there is Shields. Murphy will close and shove him towards the fence and then say, sorry, I forgot about the moat.
It'll be a Gippsland Live first. We're going to send them by email.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
No, we want. I want a photo.
And we'll FaceTime them.
We need a photo in the rain. It's our Zambrero goal today.
Well, good luck.
And we want a photo.
Well, there'll be a first. How about you do it? Put one in for the team.
I'm going to support the team in the box.
It looks like it's me.
Prowse takes it out. Eden gets wrapped up in the tackle.
You can't go out it.
We'll do it again. Yes, you can.
You can't go out in that.
You've got 36 players out there.
The kids have been at it all afternoon. They've been playing in the puddles. You're dry. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's hardly raining.
No.
It's starting to ease off now.
Here you go, Leongatha. Marriott couldn't get a handle on it. I'll tell you what, we might need the aircon on. As now quickly tackled, and that was not going anywhere, is Xavier Lamers. Umpire will ball it up. Just have a listen through the effects mic. It is teeming down.
Beautiful. It's actually quite romantic.
Close your eyes and think of a romantic spot. Ball in dispute. Head over the footy. Oh, good strong tackle from Murphy. Umpire says, let's ball it up again. 25, make it 26 minutes gone. 46 points is the margin. It's 19,802, 122, 11, 76. Are you a chance here, Pop?
Yeah, give me a go.
Here you go.
There we go. It looks like Baldy. Oh, not one. Baldy. Oh, no, he's fed it off to Prowse. Back to Baldy. Baldy comes grandstand side where Darcy's worked his way up from the forward line. It'll find the boundary line, you suspect, and they're quite happy for it to find the boundary line as well, with a lot of players looking at the time clock thinking, how much longer to go?
Just blow the siren.
Is that 26 and a half or 25 and a half?
26 and a half.
Thank you.
There is literally a moat around Terry Hunter Oval. It's about 1 metre wide.
And building. Here we go. I don't want anyone to get too distressed, but there's a bloke with a beard building a boat.
Leading pairs of animals.
If he finishes before the end of the game, I'll do the photo then.
Ball thrown back in. That's nicely done. Belfer, left leg towards a half-forward flank. Good work. Plenty of bodies. A kick off the ground in danger. Umpire says yay, and a free kick is paid.
It's going to Jacob Wood. As Wood, right foot kick, goes down the line. In the front spot, no one can take the mark. A little handball. Drew kicks it towards the boundary line, looking for the boundary and finding it, and it splashes in the puddle. The umpire says, let's ball it in.
I'm just trying to get a rotation. They can't see him. That's the problem.
Even the kids have gone now. They've had enough of the puddles.
Yeah.
They've had a big day.
You can't see the kids. They're in them.
27 and a half minutes gone, final quarter. 46 points of the margin. Tap down, socket off the ground there was from Heppel. Maslin picks it up, tackled by Ty Hall. And we'll do another stoppage.
Stop how when you leave home as a kid and you can take your floaties to go to the footy.
Fantastic,
You can do the whole lot.
Tell you what, this ground is going to cop a bit of damage, isn't it? A lot of footy being played here in recent times. And
good work. This was from Scagliarini. A kick towards, look at it, just stop in the puddle. Everyone has to come back pedal. Socket off the ground there was from Hume. Ball now in dispute. Little John's there. Ball pops out. Nicely done by Mullane. Lower the eyes and fired on the chest. No, couldn't quite get it, Raymond. Tackled again by Hume. And right up and down the centre of this Terry Hunter Oval, from the goal square to goal square, it is starting to puddle up now.
We have to get it to Miles Paholke quickly.
Well, I'm not sure they can get another one.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Is he around this stoppage? Marriott does well. Gave it to Heppel. A kick towards the middle of the ground. Gets over the back, and Scott Van Dyke, he's like a goalkeeper back there. He takes the chest mark, and he'll come lateral. This will be a good spot for you to make peace, Pop.
all right, so Makepeace comes grandstand side where Woodall's presented, draws the man and goes over the top. Here we go, Baldy on the run. Needs to get it inside forward 50, ideally to Paholke. He's looking for a 6th goal this afternoon to put himself alongside some of the great names in Jennings and Templeton and Lovelace. But he's running out of time as seconds tick away. Now we're talking at a better level than that.
Oh, please.
28 minutes gone now.
So ball up inside their forward 50. A little bit too far for you, Pop. Tap down from Prowse. This is a really difficult spot as well, I must admit. Harms put a tackle on, guess who? Kim Drew. So we got another ball up. Can't be long to go here. Prowse got worked underneath it by Sheridan. Heppel was there. Somehow got ball to boot. Didn't go too far. Kim Drew tried to claim the mark that went 1 metre. A quick kick. There's a whistle. It's going to go in the way. I think they held on to Heppel, Kim Drew just a little bit too long. It was Harms in the end. And the ball will take a little bit of time to get back. It has to travel by boat. And now it gets heavier.
It'll be an MG boat too.
What a beautiful MG it would be. Don't worry, the MG would have no problems in these conditions.
No.
Absolutely none. Kim Drew drives it to the wing. Scoots out the back. Garnham kicks it straight up and down. Balfour stands underneath it. Sorry, Pop, this is your area. As Makepeace comes in. Or you give it up.
he's having a micro nap. Have a look at him.
Pop, he's had it up.
I just reckon the captains should meet each other and say, come on.
I know, this is ridiculous.
He's unbelievable. Ty Hall, he kicks inboard. Marriott gives a handball to Kim Drew. Kim Drew kicks it to half forward. Maslin puts one hand down. Murfitt was there, so was Argento. Argento's little toe poke. It's going to squirt to the back. Finn Donohue's there. Sock it off the ground. Maslin says, no, I don't want any of this. He's going to get it to the other side. It stops on a thrippence. Sock it off the ground by Scagliarini. He's trying to look for the teammate on the outer side. He gets a 1-2. Scagliarini has it on the wing. steps around a tackler. He does breaststroke through the middle of Terry under oval. A little tap there by Prowse. And now the other direction was Bradley. On all fours, Kim Drew. Bradley works hard. Scagliarini puts a tackle on him. And we'll have a ball up on the outer side of the grounds. It's breaststroke, it's freestyle, it's not football as we know it. But Moe are going to win the game. 19-8, 122. Leongatha 11-10, 76.
31 and a half minutes gone with only a couple of goals.
What, 5 goals from the quarter?
Scored.
Yep. There's been a lot of this though. A lot of stoppages. A lot of tumble turns. As again, Prowse taps it down. Doesn't go too far. Trying to swoop on it there quickly was Dykstra. Siren has sounded.
Thank goodness.
And the final siren's done. And this is a chance where we send Nick Licino out to do our Zambrero goal today. You have to go out.
There are jokes and there are jokes, right?
And it is Moe 19-8, 122. Leongatha 11-10, 76. It's time to go. Nick Licino, out you go. We're going to take a break. Stay in the comfort here at the commentary box, and Nick is heading out. It is all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland with the post-game show coming up after the break.
Don't make him go.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.
In 2026, Virtue Homes continues the long-standing sponsorship of the Gippsland Football Netball League. For every new Virtue Home built by a player or official affiliated with the Gippsland League team, Virtue Homes will donate $5,000 to that club.
Blackout sale is now on at 40 Winks. Embrace the darkness and sleep in serenity. Find comfort and support with 50% off a select range of mattresses and surround yourself in luxury with 30% off selected furniture. Seize the night. This sale is drawing to an end soon. Make your way in this week. Sale ends Sunday. Terms, conditions and exclusions apply. 40 Winks. Serious about sleep.
Electel, your local irrigation member, locally owned with national buying power. Check out the huge range of domestic and commercial Davy pumps, firefighting pumps and equipment, pool and spa chemicals, equipment and robotic cleaners, water filtration supplies from PureTech, spit water high pressure washers, high power generators, polypipe plumbing fittings, sprinklers and a great range of Polymaster water tanks in a selection of sizes. Proudly supporting the Gippsland League, visit Electel after the final siren.
Yeah, you know I got it at Electel.
It's the Gippsland League, top 5 goals for round 9. Starting us off at number 1, it was Jai Williams from Wonthaggi here, picks up the loose pill, snaps it on goal, but have a look at this bounce, it just makes its way through. A brilliant goal in the end.
Make them pay, a kick around the body, can they jag a goal from nothing? They have indeed, and that was an absolute beauty. And I reckon it came off the boot of Jai Williams.
Number 2 in a tight contest here at the Showgrounds. Wonthaggi taking on Traralgon. Dying stages of the last term. Bryce Joyce, don't argue, get off me. Slots that one all the way from 50. A kind bounce, don't argue again. And there it is, a brilliant goal.
Joyce has bowled over 3 batsmen at once.
Number 3, Jed Lem here from Warragul, kicked 5 goals on Saturday, but another don't argue here. That time he gives them the fend off, but then had to finish from an acute angle. How good was that? That is just classy from Jed Lamb. Number 4, Riley Darcy here from Moe. He had 7 on Saturday, but that one out the contest is just beautiful. Number 5, Riley Darcy again from Moe. He was just having a day out. He bends that one around, fools the cameraman. He thought he was centering the footy, but no, he was bending that home. Oh, classy.
At Alinta Energy, we never stop moving to make sure you're happy with your energy plan. In fact, we have the most satisfied electricity customers in Victoria. So all you have to worry about is breakfast. Alinta Energy, that's true power.